Hello, chat.
Hello, everyone.
No scuff, I promise.
No scuffing here, never. Why would that ever happen?
God.
It's simply the arcade way. Don't worry. Plus, new PC
We
for
don't
the
talk
Fox
about the
Boy.
scuff this week. Ah! Oh my God.
You're good. We're here. We're started. Everything is good. And most importantly, it's the 2nd anniversary of Fair Trade. Let's go!
Yippee!
Big happy for the
wait,
Fox
I forgot.
Boy.
I have a thing for this. Yippee!
Yippee.mp3.
I got confetti.
Oh, it hasn't shown up on stream 3. There it is.
Yippee!
I'm having the stream latency as well. Oh, that's great. Love that. I like to imagine your little foxes are below the table just with the party poppers go.
Well, one of them is in my sleeve, so.
Ooh, got a sleeve fox.
Yeah, it's always been there. It's just its sleeve is never on screen. Here, I'll show.
It's the superior form of the Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade, Assassin's Creed Little Friend.
Little guy.
Just a little friend. Here it is. Adorable.
Yeah, it's my boy Yoki. I don't have your model.
Yeah. This is your stream. This is your anniversary. You take the lead. Is here for the yapping and the vibes, chat.
Yeah. God. This week has been so scuffed, dude.
Yeah, no, it's been a rough one, but thankfully you're able to get a pretty quick turnaround on getting yourself a new rig. Let's go.
Yeah. Thankfully, thank Mom. Yeah. So, chat, if you don't know, if you weren't part of Discord, on Tuesday night, my laptop decided it doesn't work anymore. I was playing Minecraft, and in the middle of playing Minecraft, a screen popped up, said an error occurred, and we had to restart the PC. I was like, oh no. I had PTSD because this has happened before. And I was like, please just be a brief error and a restart is all you need. And it was not. It did the same thing of the fucking like loop that it is like trying to repair itself, and no troubleshooting works.
That's how my old desktop died as well. So been there, done that. It's not fun.
Yeah,
Thank you, Microsoft. Not cool.
Yeah, it's still technically under warranty, so I'm gonna have it sent in on Monday.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, the warranty's up on the 8th, so that's great.
Oh, goodness.
At least I haven't before then. But I have no faith that that's gonna last forever. And
temporary solution. But thankfully, you got yourself a new tower that has the power of an atomic bomb inside it with the RGB that it has going.
It's just white light, actually. I've not been able to change the lights at all. I found like the built-in app and everything, and it downloaded the subsection that it needed for changing RGBs on this system, and it didn't do anything. It's still bright and white. Half my room is lit at night.
Hopefully there's a way that you can adjust it manually, like actually open up the side panel and press some buttons to lower the lighting. So I know you can do that on mine. So maybe that's an option. We'll see.
There is a glass panel, but I don't see anything specific. But who knows? It's the fucking sun underneath my desk, I swear. Anyway.
Anyway, to stream, to celebration.
Woo, yippee.
That was an exhausted yippee.
It's been a week. Because like I literally got this PC last night. So thus the scuff of setting up stream. Because I didn't have not all my settings transfer over. Like my scenes and layout stuff stays, but my settings in Streamlabs doesn't. And thus it decided to shut off the stream when I shut it off to fix a setting. So, but fixed that setting as well. So should I disconnect again, it shouldn't have that problem.
things have been fixed, scuff has been remedied, and we
Yeah.
can continue with the
The thing-
festivities.
The thing I hate most about new PCs is logging into everything again. There's so much shit to log
Right.
into. Crazy.
It is a pain. One of the
What do you
follies
mean,
of
YouTube? I fixed that! Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna fuck with it. If it's not actually causing any lag, I don't care.
Yes, so far I'm not seeing anything bad on my end. We'll see
Yeah.
here.
It just says please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less all the time. And I could have sworn that in Streamlabs it's the B frame setting. So I changed that twice.
Looking good on your end, Cleo. Awesome, and thank you for
Good.
joining us.
Yeah, it's a yapping stream anyway, so at most what it
Yeah.
is, a couple dropped frames.
So far, looking very smooth here. I'll put it. Well, actually, I can't put it to the test that great. I have a cat resting on my boobs right now, but wiggle, wiggle,
The way.
wiggle, wiggle. Will that do anything? We'll see.
Yeah, this is it's a 5060 Ti. Is my graphics
Ooh.
card, so it's quite the
That's
upgrade.
better than what I got. Damn. Okay, living the high life there, Fox boy.
Yeah, and the laptop it was I think 3060.
Yeah, I have a 3080 in my computer.
Yeah. Right now it's like all you can get. It's mostly the 50 series.
The new stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Misty. Chill, baby. Jerk. I'm glad she just recently had her claws clipped because that would have sliced me up.
Yeah. How's the
You've been
volume, by the way,
de-weaponized.
chat? I have not adjusted volume settings much. Is music good? Is Pia good? What's all that? Like, I gotta know.
How loud am I, chat?
Oh lordy.
that was me turning up the gain on my mic. Don't worry.
It was a little crunchy too. I heard the background noise a little bit there.
Yeah, I got my fan going because it is surprisingly warm this week.
Yeah, I know. I turned on my AC today.
Right?
It was like I'm getting toasty today, especially
Getting
since I was
overheated during the.
closed my door today because family has friends over and they're hella loud. It was overstimming me, so I was like, I gotta close that shit.
Yep, I know that feel for sure.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Good sound, good. Okay.
Let's go.
Let me zoom in on this because it's on the screen now and I can barely read. I'm blind as fuck. And why is this chat not... There we go. Okay. I don't think it updated, that's why. But that's okay. I have chat on 2 screens! I have it in OBS
Dual-wielding chat.
and I have it in OBS and on the dashboard. Okay. I did not structure my notes very well for this stream, so it's gonna be a little more scuffed.
It's not scuffed. It's simply a vibe-based stream.
Yeah, we vibing tonight. It's certainly vibes here. Anyway. After this, I'm gonna decompress with fucking Minecraft. I can play again.
Play them Vigima games.
I gotta get out of my precarious spot in the nether.
Oh, you stopped in the nether. That is certainly precarious.
Yeah,
My
I
goodness.
was digging down and I was like crouching right above a lava pit. So I'm terrified for when I go back.
Yeah, fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, because I was like literally crouching on the edge, about to like place blocks down so that I could, further my staircase down into the depths because I wanted to go mine for netherite. And, then it crashed.
We'll
At
see
the
how
worst
that
spot.
entrance goes.
Yeah, so that'll be stressful later. That's a later me problem though. Yeah, so it's been 2 years. 2 years doing this story.
Yeah, and you're doing good, pumping away at it.
I'm trying my best.
And making sure these boys pump away at each other.
Not there yet, but eventually.
Eventually. That's what we're building to. It takes time to develop these things.
Yeah, it's a slow burn, so.
Which are the best kinds of burns?
Damn. Is it is extremely slow burn? If nobody's noticed yet. 2 years and they haven't actually smooched, so, you know.
They'll get there eventually.
I'm close a few times.
The most delicious meals take time to be cooked thoroughly, and you're doing good.
I'm gonna be real. The rate that I'm writing and the arc I'm about to go into, it may be another year. I'm sorry.
That's fine. The anticipation is key.
Yep.
That just means that once it finally happens, the payoff will be most certainly worth it.
I certainly hope so.
It'll just be a cacophony of "fuck yes, finally!"
I look forward to those days. Okay. I don't think I even noted down everything that I wanted to talk about, which means
That's
we
fine.
probably won't get to it because I'm not gonna remember.
No worries, but Cleo is absolutely correct. The boys will kiss before George R.R. Martin finishes Game of Thrones.
Most likely, yeah. At least I draw it every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for my copium more than it is for you guys. The slow burn hurts me more than it hurts you, trust me.
Because you know what's going to happen. You just have to make it happen.
Yeah. But, you know, my fingers like to do their own thing, and the plot takes off on its own.
It's fine, though. The little bit of side tangents are just the spice that's added to this nice stew that you've been brewing.
Mm-hmm.
It's necessary for the flavor, you know?
Yeah. Stuff I'm writing right now, I actually am doing proper plot stuff, so I'm like,
Cool.
I need my fluff.
I'm gonna need to dive back in because I read like the first like dozen or so chapters, and then I was like, I'll wait till there's cop a little bit so I can like binge more just so I don't get distracted. And now you have quite a few more, so I just need to dive back in from the beginning and catch up to where we are currently.
Yeah, chapter 45 was the last one that came out, so and
Yep, so I have some catching up to do.
I'm in the middle of writing 62.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm very far ahead.
You have a backlog of chapters to release.
Yeah, it's good because I'm kind of at a writer's block at the moment.
That's just how it be sometime, but that's very wise of you to think in advance and just have stuff to release in the interim.
Yeah, that's why I hadn't. I originally I was gonna, like, for the anniversary and then through February I was gonna do a chapter each week instead of every 2 weeks. But I decided to not do that in the instance that I get the burnout because I have been like writing so much that I got so far ahead.
Yeah, burnout is real for sure.
Oh yeah.
So it's good to pace yourself so it's still enjoyable. Absolutely.
Yeah, I had high creative juices for such a long time that it's kind of petered out. I was waiting for it to happen because it was like for like 2-3 months I was just like writing. Because we got to right before Christmas I got to 200,000 words total.
Damn.
I don't know what the grand total is right now. I have to do math for that. I don't want to do math.
Oh, you sent in a question. Tia, I don't know if the Gib questions is working. That would be on Sumi.
Let me look.
Cuestiones.
There is.
Let's go.
It is there. I sees it. We'll get to that in a bit. We're still doing intro yapping, and then we'll get into the deep dive with the questions.
Indeed, yes, but thank you for sending in a question, Teen. If anybody has some, send them in. We'll get to them soon.
Yes. There we go. Yeah. So far, I didn't really get that many questions in. So now is the time to do it.
Indeedy.
Because I think it was pretty much the only one who's preemptively sent in questions was Paya. I did grab a couple like randomly off of like some internet thing that was like, you know, author interview questions or whatever that I thought might be interesting to go over. So I have a couple of those too. All that fun stuff.
You see how they would apply to you.
Yes. And it doesn't have to just be like questions. It can be about the writing. It can be about the characters. It can be silly little hypotheticals, you know, shit like that. Anything goes. If it involves spoilers, I will dodge the question. But otherwise, I will answer just about anything. Remember to hydrate, chat.
Yes, I should do that as well.
Yeah, I did not get E today because I believe it or not, I'm incredibly sore after setting up my PC. And I didn't do anything expensive. I plugged shit in. That was it.
I mean, it's lots of bending down, stooping, reaching around stuff, so I understand.
I sat on the floor.
Because you have your PC set up on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The most I moved physically was pushing my chair back. Because I have a recliner, so...
Yeah, is your PC set up on carpet or wood right now?
It's carpet.
Carpet. Yeah, it'd probably be good to get like a vinyl sheet or like a placemat or something to put underneath it.
It's raised up, though. The case itself has like a little standee.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, I was just thinking if it has a bottom fan, because mine does, and it gets clogged up super easy despite being on a wood desk.
There's 3 fans in the front, 1 fan in the back, 1 fan in the middle, and there's like a vent on the top and whatnot, and like the full front is like all mesh. So
cool.
I know it's a little hard to see in the picture I shared in that chat, but I didn't share it in I was gonna share it in the main Discord. I think I just shared it in secret chat. The fucking sun. Let me. I don't think there's anything incriminating in there. I had just cleaned up the section. Wait, where's Discord at? I'm here, Discord. I can share the picture on stream. Why not? Little tangent. I forgot about that. The picture Aria took of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really incriminating here. Let me open this in the browser, though, so I don't expose our secrets. Not that there really are any, but you know. This is probably gonna be massive when I add this over here. Browser source and new add. Huh? Huh? Why didn't you? Huh?
Streamlabs.
I knew I did that. I did the wrong copy image address. I think I just said copy image. Yep, that's why. There it is, chat. The tower. The new one. The chosen one.
The Tower of Power.
Yeah, this right here.
Low.
It's mesh, and there's 3 fans that are glowing bright, like these 2 inside. So
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, that's
sweet.
That's the new boy.
What does your boy think of the computer boy? What is Jake's impression of the light?
He doesn't really go on that side of the desk, surprisingly enough. Oh. Blue. It's a blue white. It's like a cool white light.
Yeah, that LED white, which is kinda blue.
Which is why I wanted to change it, because I prefer the warmer lights, because it's less likely to give me migraines.
Yeah, what's the model number? And I can just like look up maybe some.
That's a good question. I would have to look at my phone, and my phone is currently my camera for my model.
No worry.
Yeah, I don't see like anything on the immediate surface, so honestly, if you look up the MSI hours,
Yeah, it's
that,
probably an MSI Aegis or something. I think that's their
Yeah.
pre-built they do. Let's
um,
see here.
I mean, you could just look at our local Costco. We're in stock, 'cause
True.
that's where I got
Very
it.
True.
That's where I got my new tower.
Hey,
So
Costco keeps winning.
yeah, I didn't finish the elaboration of the whole events this week. We got distracted because I actually decided to start stream. So when my laptop crapped out, I was like so upset about it. I was like crying that night. I was so
Aw.
upset, and like my mom came into my room as she was like about to go to bed because she like I was sitting at my desk just crying over my laptop. And my desk is like right at my door, so she saw me like in tears, and she was like, "Is there anything I can do to help?" Like, I don't know. She's like, "Would you want a new desktop?" Or, like, that would be nice, but you don't have to, because it's a lot of money, especially with RAM, the prices they are. I was just like, oh.
Right.
I was gonna be like, it's so much
Obligatory
money.
fuck
It
AI.
upsets me. I don't like people spending this much money on me, even family. Yeah. So I spent a little bit of time looking at what's like current for stuff, and then what like is recommended for VTubing and all that. And like some of the specs were actually a little bit lower than that which I have in this, so it should be pretty good.
Awesome. We like longevity in our setups.
Yes. Despite being such a disaster that night, I did feel a lot better in the morning, and I was like
Good.
researching all kinds of stuff, and I was like browsing. So I gave her like a list of specs that I wanted, because my stepdad's also IT and all that, so there was a possibility that he was gonna build one from scratch. But I was like looking around for like pre-builts as well that weren't like terribly expensive. And this one was on the cheaper side of pretty much everything I've seen for about this price. So I think it was like $100 or $200 cheaper than like a regular market price on something that's like this.
That's
so
good.
I was like, and then, well, originally the one I was gonna get was one that was online only at Costco, because it was like $200-$300 even less than what this one is. And the only difference was the type of processor, I think.
Gotcha.
Because this one is i7, and the one I was looking at was a Ryzen 7.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ryzen 9, I think. I think that's might be why it was. I don't know. I don't remember. A lot happened. But my mom saw that this one was in stock, and it was still within the cut of my spec range of things. I would have preferred getting the Ryzen one, but Intel's fine too. That goes.
I run Intel on mine, and it's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I just always thought that I felt over the years of having PCs, I felt Ryzen was better for games, but that's just me. I could be crazy. Yeah. And so she saw that this one was actually in stock at our local place, and she was like, if you want, I can go get it. I'm like, but you could also save money on it, you know? And just, I'm fine waiting. Because, like, you and I had already discussed that I could potentially go over to the arcade and set up on your PC.
Yeah.
But, she decided to just go get it. She just, like, picked it up on Friday night after work, and, I started setting it up before I went to go see Iron Lung.
Cool.
And
well, that's awesome. I'm glad we were able to get things figured out quickly, and we can make this stream happen without having to drag you over to the arcade.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Very good. No more stress, even though I've been like trying to fret over like the content of today's stream. Like yesterday, like all day, I was trying to set up notes, but because of all the stuff that happened, I did not get nearly enough stuff aired. But that's okay. It can be a shorter stream. It's fine.
Winging it is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the resolution of my rant about all the shit that has happened this week. Gosh, Iron Lung was so good though. I was still thinking about that this morning when I woke up. Damn.
Yeah, it was one of the most solid slow burn movies I've seen in a while, because a lot of horror movies just go full pace nowadays. So a slow burn was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I'm not really the fondest of horror movies, but that one was really good.
Yeah, I'm glad that it didn't rely. There was no jump scares throughout the film. It was purely psychological and cosmic creepiness,
100%.
which was wonderful.
It was very juicy. I think usually the horror ones that I like.
Juicy's a great description.
Literally juicy.
It was a squelchy ass movie.
The amount of blood.
And practical blood at that.
Yeah.
Which we love.
I can only imagine trying to rinse all that off. Good lord. Poor Mark.
Right, and I know Mark got like an eye infection from the whole going in the blood into the vent scene. Yeah, I was like, oh, dedication to the craft.
Yeah. Anyway, highly recommend. Very good.
Indeed. Go see Iron Lung.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of horror, but I think usually when it's psychological horror, I usually tend to enjoy it more. Oh.
Yeah, not boo jump scare horror.
Yeah, he's not my friend, sure. Mark is a good boy. We love Mark.
Indeedy.
Yeah, anyway. That's the life update. So sorry. For anybody who's here just for fair trade exclusively. It happened. I had to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh god. Notes. I think before we do get into the Q&A bit, I do want to talk about a couple things that has happened.
Cool.
Specifically, I want to start talking about the physical book. Yeah, I'm glad you're here for a good time. Well, I'm gonna like clip the shit out of the stream anyway for TikTok because it's so much easier.
I'm going on TikTok.
You gotta be on TikTok.
Oh no, I'm on the TikTok.
Chat, say hi to TikTok.
Hi TikTok, it's me, Pie-Exathon.
Yeah.
Someone who has never downloaded TikTok.
It's okay. You don't need to be there. Most people on TikTok, most popular creators on TikTok are also on YouTube Shorts, so you're not missing out.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I just go on TikTok. I go on TikTok specifically because Book Talk is very popular for promoting books and such.
Fair.
That's pretty much the only reason I re-downloaded TikTok and started a new account.
Gotcha.
Specifically for that. And I found some books that I wanted to read, so you know.
Awesome.
It's been fun. Yeah. So recently, obviously, I have decided to do a physical book. I never initially intended to do that when I started the story. Years ago now. Because you know, this story was just supposed to be my solution to writer's block for Mysteria.
Right.
And I got obsessed with it. This has become my life, my hyperfixation. And
It's
all
the
that.
focus now.
Yeah, my brain rot is real. I just haven't like even really wanted to work on Mysteria for a while.
That's fair. It can sit on the back burner now. It is the side project.
Yeah, it is. I did I have been like thinking about it more lately though, so it might
Yeah.
you might
Well,
do
that
some.
allows you time to focus on fair trade, and
Yeah.
it gives you time to cook on character designs and plot points and all that for Mysteria.
Yeah, I think the reason why I like fair trade so much more is because I really like writing romance. And for Mysteria, that was such a the romance is much more of a subplot. And
Yeah.
even more of a slow burn than that which is fair trade is. So um so yeah, I don't know, it just clicked more.
That's
and
good. Yeah,
whatnot.
well, the fits the vibes of what you're currently feeling.
Yeah, it'll be my vibe.
The
'Cause, yeah,
vibes of guy.
yes. And that's also, I think, why I'm super into it, is because it's got more gay in it. I've actually learned, whilst acquiring a couple books lately, that if it isn't gay romance, I struggle to read it.
based, so based. Blessed take.
Because I think I have 3 books that I've started but haven't quite finished because it's not gay romance.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I'll get to them eventually, but
yeah, there's a couple like hetero standard whatever romance like manga that I enjoy. Like Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, so good. The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, so good. Those are like 2 amidst all the yaoi and yuri that I read. So I understand the feel.
yeah, I'm here for the gay men and all that.
True.
I lost my place in my notes here. The whole ass paragraph, but I haven't even been like directly reading it anyway. I just like wrote down all my thoughts when I was like initially like coming up with this stuff for the stream.
Streaming Sparks notes.
Kinda, yeah. A little more detailed than they should be. I probably could have just gotten away with the bullet points for these, but you know.
I could have gotten away with it too. It wasn't for you meddling yaoi boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, the reason I decided initially to actually do a physical book is because I wanted it on my shelf with all my gay shit.
Yeah, fair.
I just
Do it for
wanted
you.
a physical copy of my own to put with the rest of my gay shit.
Are you thinking of doing a paperback or a hardcover?
It's gonna be paperback for now. I can potentially do hardcover. It'd just be a few minor adjustments for it.
Yeah, I feel like a hardcover would be like a good like 5th anniversary limited edition sort of thing.
Yeah. If I do that, I'd probably end up adding more art to it and such.
That's a good idea. Added bonuses.
Speaking of art, there is already a lot. I'm doing a art per chapter. And the first
awesome.
book is 22 chapters.
Dang.
Yeah, it's gonna be thick.
We like thick boys.
I think when I briefly formatted it, it was well over 300 pages. And that's without the art. So
Yeah, because I mean, I did the math.
that's without
like,
the art
all the...
or the glossary. The glossary is also going to be there.
Yeah, because I did the math of like all the pages you've written so far, and you've currently exceeded like the first 3 Chronicle of Narnia books in length or something like that.
That's a lot. I don't know. I feel like, so the funny thing about comparing Fair Trade to Mysteria is when I first started posting these onto, started posting both of them onto a different site. It was specifically web novel, and as I was posting the first few chapters of each of them, the word count of Fair Trade over Mysteria is double each chapter.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
Oh dang!
So it's long. So it'll be nice to have that Thickums book, because not only is the book itself gonna be twice the chapters of Mysteria's first book, that means it's gonna be quadruple the size.
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be large.
It's gonna be so big. I'm so excited. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And like, I decided.
So what's remind me? What's the current page count for the current book?
For the first book, it's gonna be over 300 for just the story itself.
Okay.
And that's like formatted, so it's like the proper size and all that.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, we're gonna be doing a Q&A soon, Blue. So if you have any questions about the story, silly hypotheticals, or anything like that, we're just doing a little bit of yapping before we get into that. So.
And thank you for joining us.
Yes, we appreciate it. We're celebrating fair trade. Yippee, confetti!
Oh, the confetti again!
I should have set up the yippee sound with it. I thought about it earlier, but I was just like, it's too much effort. I don't want to do it. I have to adjust the volume and all that, and I was just like, I've already got so much other stuff to set up today.
Whenever you say yippee, it's like a sleeper cell activating. You just hear from below the table. Oh god, it's being loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, setting up the confetti itself was a little bit scuffed because the background on it is black.
Oh, it's not transparent. Oh, no.
It's okay. I knew how to do it. It's just that there's two different options to do like color key. There's like color key and chroma key, and I always forget which one it is that usually works better.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the most difficult. But you know, it was just kind of a last minute little silly thing, whatnot. So, hydration. But yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of art. I am gonna add kind of like sort of a glossary to it, like I mentioned. So it's gonna have stuff about the characters, various like terminology stuff, locations, and all that kind of fun stuff. Because a lot of the Chinese gay books that I read, the Danmeis, they have little glossaries in the back that cover that kind of stuff, and especially like Chinese terms and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have those for people who aren't like deeply immersed in such culture and whatnot. So I just think it'd be fun.
Yeah, because even like me, someone that reads a lot of Eastern literature, I like don't read all that much Chinese literature, so that would even be useful for moi.
It was very handy when I first started getting into it.
Nice.
So I'm really glad that the translated versions did that. Very nice.
Sick. We love accessibility.
Yes, pretty handy. But I figured it would also be nice because there's some TikTok I came across recently that was like talking about someone who's a mood reader, and I'm also a mood reader. You won't like put down a book, but it's not like you're not gonna finish reading it. You're just taking a long break from it, and sometimes you take too long of a break from it, and you forget everything. You forget the characters, and considering Chinese names are very complicated.
Yeah.
It can be really difficult to remember who's who. So I really wanted to do the glossary also because of that. Because I think for the characters, I would like to do. There will be a character section, and I will probably do like little profiles, kind of like the character sprites that I do for the visual novel, just like a little clip of that, like a little square or circle of it.
Awesome. Yeah, I always appreciated like reading like romance manga back in the day, how you'd have like the list of characters and like lines pointing to each person showing their relations and all that. It was always super useful.
Yeah, I love like old manga that did that in general, because I think Bleach used to have where they had the characters in the back or whatever, or no, I think it was even in the start of the manga, physical manga, that they had the characters or whatever that were relevant to the volume. That's the word. But they had like the characters, their names, descriptions, a little bit of art, and I was like, I always thought that was nice. So
yeah, it was especially useful in ones like Azumanga Daioh and School Rumble that have huge casts, a lot of them with similar hairstyles. You're like, okay, this is this person, they're in that blah 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 blah. So a good feature to have.
Yeah, and I tend, with my stories, I like to do a lot of characters, because you can tell.
Yeah.
So I figured that would be really handy for remembering important characters and all that.
Sweet.
And I already have art for almost everybody, I think. Everybody important anyway. So it should be easy enough to just add those. It's just like format a little aesthetic to go with it. But it's also gonna have like the characters' names, meanings, and all that too. Because
oh, cool.
I usually do like specific meanings for the characters. When I like create their names and such. And it kind of like reflects the character into some degree.
Naming as well.
Yeah. It's either like symbology or a specific vibe that I'm going for. So yeah.
Cool.
I figured that would be a nice addition too. Because also my Chinese books do that. It's very nice. Well, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a beefy book. It's gonna be worth the money.
Awesome.
Gonna get some art that isn't going to be anywhere but either Patreon or the physical book. So,
even further incentive to get the physical copy.
There's gonna be a couple art pieces that I'm not gonna share publicly. So.
Yeah, who's gonna be the publisher for the physical novel?
I'm just doing it through Amazon. I'm not doing ebook because of their AI bullshit, but I am. Yeah. They're where they do it so make the like physical publishing so easy, so I don't have to like have physical stock of it. You know, I still might have. I'm not going to commit to this yet, but it's a thought in my head. That I may like order some of the at cost books because I can get them just by production cost, and then I will potentially sign them or do little bundles and put it on fourth wall.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Neato.
But I don't have solution for that yet. I haven't quite gotten that far. Currently, I'm still putting it together, so we'll get there when we get there. I'm aiming, hopefully, to have the physical book out before my birthday in July.
Cool.
There is no guarantee. Because the reason why I haven't like set a date yet is because I'm actually gonna do all the art for it, every chapter. I'm not gonna compromise like I did for Mysteria, because I wanted to do art for every chapter in Mysteria as well, but I ended up not doing that. I did it like every other chapter or something like that.
You're going full send on this one.
Yeah, because when I made the list of 22 chapters and what moments I would make art for in them, and then I prioritized each one, the distribution of the ones that are more important was so funky. I was like, I can't do it like this. I have to do every chapter. Because I can actually pull up my spreadsheet.
Ow, Misty!
Gremlin!
Okay, hold on.
Violence!
The cat. She realized that trying to scratch me isn't working, so just fucking chomped my thumb.
What a little shit!
She's still trying to get me.
Yeah, Clea. I'm absolutely not doing once I saw that they were doing the AI stuff, I pulled the Mysteria ebook off of Amazon immediately.
Good.
Because it's on my website anyway, so if you want to read it digitally, you can read it on my site.
Obligatory, once again, fuck AI.
Yeah. Maybe at some point I will make like a downloadable version that doesn't have like the art and stuff, because that's the perk of getting the book, is you get the stuff with art. But maybe I'll make a downloadable version for free for like each individual book. But no promises. But it will be text only if I do that. In case you want to use it in your own ebook readers and all that. If you do still utilize Kindle's app, please do not put that shit through the AI. Just gonna garble it up. A lot of I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok. It's very wrong. Like some of the content that gets put, that like if you ask it questions, it will put out wrong answers. It's bad.
It's just the one time I tried using AI for something at work, it was for a mathematics question, and I did it through the AI and on a calculator manually. The AI was so fucking off. It was so wrong.
It's getting
I was
worse.
like, okay, this is
honestly,
this is
like,
not reliable in the slightest, and I haven't done anything with AI since.
Yeah, there was a while where it was like improving, but it's getting a lot worse. And don't feed into it more. It's just not gonna get better. It's just gonna keep getting worse.
Nope.
The internet's full of shit.
The internet is a wonderful place, but it's also a bit of a dumpster fire.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're ever using AI for like research or technical things, cross-reference everything, please.
Absolutely.
Always
cite your sources.
Yeah. That's like, I don't condone AI in any creative sense, but it can be useful for some research purposes, if it is trained well. It usually isn't as far as the public ones go, so I don't recommend
it's
that.
a good tool for general summarization, but then you always want to go a little bit deeper to get the full aspect of what you're searching up.
But yeah, anyway, back to the subject of the art. So the ones I have prioritized here, I still have them highlighted. So I had chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 5, chapter 7, 12, 14, 16, 19, 20, 21. Those were the ones I like flagged as like the more important ones. If I were to drop doing everything else, those would be the ones that stay. Awesome. I think originally I also had 3, but that was before I realized before I recalled that I cut the scene that I wanted to actually put in there for the art. So it ended up being demoted, but
gotcha.
I'm doing all of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right now I have it's 9 of 22. I think I'm still working on the 9th art piece. And I'm not doing any of these in order, by the way. Currently, I have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 14, and 20 finished art-wise. So we're not quite halfway to the art being done, but I am going to put off doing the trailer until after. Originally I was going to do the trailer alongside the book release, but the trailer's so much more work. I had to put in at least twice more of the work, because I had to do all the individual moving parts of it, because I'm doing it in like a live 2D animation, like kind of how you guys saw the starting screen. So it'll be kind of like that.
Lovely, but yeah, lots of effort involved.
But yeah, and that I need to do like 34, 35 or so different live 2D animations for that. And I think I'm only on 11. So
that's fine, you can chip away at it.
Yeah. And I kind of was alternating, but I figured with how the rate that I'm going, I wanted to get the getting the physical book out earlier in the year, because ideally I would like it out in springtime. But at the very least, I want it out before my birthday. Birthday
Cool.
treat for me. You know.
Right.
Hey, Trisha. So that's my goal. So I'm gonna like crack down on doing the art. New PC will definitely help with that.
Yeah.
Thankfully. That's like one of the main reasons I was so upset over my laptop busting too, is specifically for all the book progress. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to like wait a couple weeks, because last time it took like 2-3 weeks before, I think it was about 3 weeks total, was when my laptop turnaround was, back in October, for getting repaired and all that. Because, you know, they gotta send it out to them. It takes a couple days for them to get to it. They gotta send it back. I think it's like that in Texas, and there's the fucking winter storms going on right now.
Right.
So, you know, it's an ordeal. I'm really glad that Mom was willing to get me a new PC. I did have a
Yeah, that was
laptop.
incredibly sweet.
Yeah, I did have a laptop I could borrow, and borrowing, you know, for my lazy days. And I had just installed the art program on there. For some reason, initially downloading it onto the laptop, not so much the tower PC, for some reason downloading just the installation file, not even actually installing it, it took well over 12 hours. I think it took 13 hours total.
Damn.
I don't know why. Because it downloaded like in less than 30 minutes onto my new PC. So like, I don't know why I did that. I swear. But you know, it's on there. I haven't tried drawing on it yet. The only thing I've done with it is like put together some assets for stream today. That's it. Nothing else.
It'll be interesting to see like how it's able to handle Clip Studio and all that, because I'm sure the like being able to like draw lines and all that stuff will just be like instantaneous using a 50 series GPU.
It'll be so nice to not have like any lag and whatnot. I'm really curious how it's gonna handle playing Minecraft while I have my model, because I haven't been able to do that in a while.
I'm pretty sure it'll be no problem.
It would be nice. I always end up doing my Tanuki PNG for Minecraft lately, because it's been so honky. And even then, it was still chonky. So yeah, I think that's why my laptop is truly busted, because I used to be able to do it with my model, and it wasn't that laggy. It was still occasionally laggy, but not that bad. So I think the laptop's a lost cause, but you know, I'm still gonna get it fixed anyway, because you know,
might as well if you have warranty.
Yeah, if it's still free, might as well. If it busts again, it's gone. I will pop off the back of that, 'cause it's got all my Grimmy stickers on it. And I will toss the rest of it. I was literally like, that's what I was looking at it when I like finally gave up on trying to troubleshoot anything for it. I was just like, how can I pop this off easily?
We can just take it out into a field and blast it with a shotgun. Reset this.
Oh God. But yeah, I figure if anything, it'll be, because then I will have a slightly better laptop than the one I'm borrowing. The one I'm borrowing kind of sucks. It's only got 8 gigs of RAM and really sad graphics card. It's definitely one of those ones that's more meant, I can get away with writing. That's about it.
Yeah, it has enough power to use Microsoft Word, and yeah. I
mean, honestly, like running Chrome on it, it's a little laggy sometimes.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's why, like, when it was Wednesday night or whatever, we were like yapping or whatever and doing the usual vibe nights. And I was like looking at it to try and potentially do see if I can even stream on it. I knew it wouldn't. It's just looking at the stats, I knew 1000% it was not going to do. And I was right, because Chrome was taking up so much memory in it, along with whatever else was going on in the background, that it was almost maxed out on the RAM. So I was like, dang, there's no way. It's like when I tried to open it while we were like on Discord and I was having Chrome open, when I tried to open Streamlabs, it was just a white screen. It never opened.
Woof. Woof. Yeah, that's rough.
So that's why I was like, yeah, this is definitely not happening. Even if I closed everything, I just don't think it was gonna happen. But now I got 32 gigs of RAM. Can't stop me.
Don't stop me now.
Yeah, I know Chrome is a memory hog, but I love it. So, judge me all you want. I'm not changing.
Chromium-based browsers are useful. I'm a Firefox girly myself.
Yeah, I used to be Firefox, but I don't know. I switched to Chrome at some point in my life, and I just never used anything else.
Yeah, it's just very convenient.
Yeah, even if it does eat up a lot. It is what it is.
Not indeed.
But yeah. Let's see, was there anything else I missed about the book yappage? Yeah, and if you want to see all the art as well, you can join Patreon. It will be cheaper than the physical book. But because yeah, you can just do the $1 a month and you get access to all the art. Because it's based here. Is to get access to all the safe for work art and the early access of the chapters. So, you know, yeah.
Cool.
I'm slowly adding all the stuff in. I don't know if I added the secret one that I made the other day before all this happened. I'll have to double check that later. I've been really bad about posting on Patreon, I'm not gonna lie, but I think T's still the only patron on there, so.
Gotcha.
Shout out to T.
Shout out to the boy.
But yeah, I do the spicy art every once in a while. Before it crashed, I was working on some, because, you know.
How dare you, laptop? That is a crime.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I saved before I like switched over to Minecraft, and that's probably what killed it, was having that open in the background while I was doing Minecraft.
That is why we spam Control S, though. Nicely done.
T smile. But yeah, that spicy art I don't post anywhere else. If you want the spicy art, you gotta join Patreon. That is, unfortunately, you have to do the $5 a month tier for that. Listen, I don't have a job. This is my job. And I mostly do it for free. So, and it's not cheap. I do pay for the website, you know. So, but yeah. Anyway. Support your little artist here. But yeah, it was also doing all this art was very much an excuse to go back and do art of the early chapters, because when I first started doing fair trade was when my arthritis kicked in. And
oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I couldn't hold a pen for so long, and it was an adjustment to switch to mouse only art.
Yeah, which you've gotten exceptional at.
I sure have. Some of the art pieces lately, I'm like, damn. I was like recently looking back at some of the like really old art. In fact, we're gonna go over that in a little bit, because I was gonna go over cover evolution and all that, including the initial web novel covers. So, but some of the like earlier stuff in like drawing fair trade, I was just like, I got better at this shit. And mostly, mostly the better got better after I switched to mouse.
Cool. You found your niche. Let's go.
Yeah, but like when I finally started getting back to like actually drawing for the chapters. It wasn't until around chapter 13. And even then it was very spaced out. So I didn't do too much in between and all that. So I think I only have like maybe 4 or 5 in the first book that I can reuse. Which I'm gonna like just modify a little bit and expand, because most of them I did wide instead of tall. So
right, yeah.
I thought I'd adjust a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of reformatting. Some of it I might just have to like redraw at a different angle. But you know, I use 3D models now, so for my posing, so I just have to wiggle it around a little bit.
Such a wonderful feature, Eclipse Studio Paint.
And I think that's what
Infinitely useful.
What made the drawing transition way easier. Because if I could still theoretically draw from scratch, but so much easier with the models, and I can get the body types consistent every time. All that. I have models saved for each character's body type. I get to fiddle with those settings. So very nice. But yeah, I get to go back and do old art, or do old chapters, do art, and I've been enjoying it. It's been very satisfying to do. But yeah, I think that covers that.
Cool.
Do you guys want to go over the cover art? That's what next on my Yap docket, or we could do question.
I mean, we're on the concept of art right now. Might as well keep the train rolling.
Yeah. Well, I'll be able to fill that. Okay, so I'm gonna go from the beginning to the very first web novel cover, which is like the second or third art piece I had done with this. So like I had cropped it down to be just these two, but this was like the full piece.
Okay.
And
nice. I remember that one.
Yeah, very old. It's almost 2 years old now. But yeah, I've changed kind of how I draw the characters now. Obviously, because I started using 3D models to be a little more consistent. But also I kind of changed a little bit on the outfits as well over recent iterations of drawing. All the practice and all that. But this art piece specifically was like one of those ones I was like, damn, I'm better. Like, you know, you look at the cover that's in my hand versus the cover that's right there.
Yeah. You've made marked improvements.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because like the initial like watercolor pieces I did for doing mouse art, because that was how I kind of transitioned. It was they were rough. They weren't great.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You've always been great, but great can always improve.
Yes. There's always room for improvement. But some of the initial ones were they were very, very rough. But that's why I did the watercolor, because the watercolor looks fine if it's rough. So, but yeah, this was like kind of one of the last few hand-drawn drawings. Not necessarily the last one, but it was very towards the tail end of doing hand drawing and whatnot. So, but yeah, this was like the OG when I first started releasing it on the interwebs and all that.
Cool.
So yeah. And then I started doing this one once Jinsa was introduced, because you know I had to represent the love triangle and all that.
True.
Yeah. And when I first started kind of like toying with the idea of a physical book, I did consider potentially the both of these at some point. The first one I was probably going to redraw so it would fit better into a cover formatting. The boys probably wouldn't have changed too much, but the characters on the back would have changed size and the background would have been different. And on this one, obviously, I only ever made whole, so I would have to expand it. But I felt like when I did the overall first book, Jinsa doesn't come until the later half of it.
Gotcha.
So, like probably the last like quarter of the book. So it's just like, I don't know if I wanted to have him on the cover, or at least not fully focused on the front anyway.
Yeah, it could be a surprise reveal that it is a love triangle.
Yeah, and so that's kind of what I was thinking. I figured the main focus in the first book kind of is more Shuya and Yushi getting to know each other, so I wanted the cover to represent that as well. So I ended up not doing that, but this is still going to be the web novel cover for the foreseeable future until I draw something better. But I really like this one a lot, so.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. Definitely sets the vibes.
Yeah, sexy boys being sassy, yes. It could potentially be, I could repurpose it to a cover in the future. We'll see. Because it does kind of suit the vibe a little bit, but I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. I don't know what the next cover is going to be like. That's a future me problem. Because I already have an ending for book 2. So, I reached that relatively recently in my massive writing spurts the last couple months. So,
Sweet.
yeah. So yeah, that's those are the web novel covers for now. So when I first started getting into, once I started tickling my brain more of it being the doing a physical version, I started doing different attempts at what a cover might be. But I wasn't like committed to the idea yet, so I didn't like actually make it like all cover style. But I did this one at one point. It's been a while. Let me actually make this a little taller because it's small.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I don't share this one much, but it is good.
It's cute doll.
Yeah. But when I like started thinking about it, it was, I feel like the amount of negative space would have been too much. I would have had to figure something else out for it.
Yeah. You know what this gives me vibes of? If you kind of cropped it a little bit on the sides and make it a little bit thinner and then laminate it, that'd be a good bookmark to include
it
with
sure
the book.
Fucking would. Maybe that'll be in said bundle, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so one of the also reasons why I wasn't really too keen on it, because even though I wanted, like I said, I wanted Jinsa to be less noticeable, I still wanted him represented. And his only representation in this particular piece is the extra hearts on the top and bottom, where the red string wraps around it as well. But it's not super obvious.
It's subtle. It's subtle.
People probably
Only
wouldn't have really noticed.
Know.
Yeah, people probably wouldn't have noticed unless I actually pointed it out, like I had. Yeah, I might. I can potentially at least make it a bookmark. I can probably do it as one on the shop too, or whatever. But yeah, it's very cute.
Indeed.
Yeah, and this was still kind of like I think it was still kind of the tail end of me doing. It was like as I was transitioning from the watercolor back into the airbrush style as well. Which I think in some ways doing some of the art for the book in the watercolor style would have been nice, but I'm just so addicted to doing the airbrush. It's just me.
Yeah, your airbrushing is kind of one of your iconic traits.
Here.
And you do it so well.
I do. Well, yeah, so I kind of wanted that to be... I wanted Jinsa to still be represented a little more. did that. I also did this back in that time frame where it was still kind of up in the air for me whether I wanted to do one or not. This I did a lot like how I did Mysteria's.
Yeah. This is really similar to a Mysteria poster that we have in the arcade right now.
Yeah. That was like one of the first images I did for Mysteria, and so I was like, I could do homage to that. And this is like all the characters are relevant in the first book and all that. But I never finished it for one thing because it got distracted with other stuff. And another
excellent line work though.
Yeah, it didn't quite represent the romance aspect. So I was just like, this will be a good poster if I ever get around to finishing it, but I'm not.
Yeah, but for the cover, you wanted to lean more into the genre.
Yes. So, getting into said covers, when I finally did decide that I wanted to do them, so I think I only briefly have talked about some of the stuff, and mostly just the people in the archive Discord know about the details. So this was the first attempt. And if you see the little dark section in the middle, that's how thick this book is gonna be. Because I did measure it out. You know, Amazon has this lovely thing where you just put in how many pages it is, and it tells you the cover dimension. Right.
Cool.
And it gives you a little template of where everything's going to sit. So the middle dark section there is how thick this book is going to be. That's the spine. Knock something over. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I don't want that on the floor. That should also not be on the floor. I don't know when that go. That should be up here. Okay. But yeah. So this first one, so initially I sent in a lot. Yes, so I decided to do the front and back as like a whole image because one, I wanted it to also be a desktop wallpaper. It actually is longer than the cover itself. One, because I could potentially do it as a dust jacket for a hardcover, but I think Amazon's hardcovers are not dust jackets. I think they are just hard. But it has the potential for that. If I ever do that. But I wanted each one to be more of an image kind of type thing. And a lot of the book covers for like a lot of the romance novels that I read do that. And so I was kind of emulating that a little bit. Inspiration and all that. And so this one in particular, I had put out into the archive Discord, specifically with the beta readers. I hadn't done it with I didn't quite expand the cover stuff to everybody else just yet. But it was I think it was just Teen Zen at the time. But they had mentioned doing the first meeting as like a moment, because like I had a couple different ideas for how I wanted to do the covers. Specifically, one was a moment in the book, and that's what this was. This was their first meeting and all that. But it's a very, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of dull from a like visual standpoint. So it was kind of tricky.
It's important.
Yeah, it was kind of tricky to make it look good. I spent a long time getting the 3D models into the right angles that I wanted for this. Oh my god. I think I spent at least 2 days like just trying to get that all sorted. It was crazy.
Just dial it in.
Yeah. And this one, so as I mentioned before, I wanted a tiny representation of Jinsa. And so I have all 3 boys flowers that I assigned them. I gave every important character a flower associated with them, and they're kind of like represents them as a character through the flower language and whatnot, and gives off the right vibes and all that. And Jinsa's is the yellow peonies. So I decided to do that, and all 3 of their flowers kind of bloom in springtime. It's a little bit of a stretch, honestly, if you look into the exact time frames, but it's fine. It's fiction. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's also a different world from our own, so you know.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so that was kind of what I decided to do as like kind of his little representation, and I do like this image a lot. I do.
Oh yeah,
but,
for sure.
The reason why we decided to not go with this, is after I sat on it for a while, I realized going back to it that the characters are too small. Because if you consider like looking through online in like a thumbnail situation, here, I'll just shrink this for you so you guys can see. It's very hard to tell what's going on if you look at it really tiny.
Yeah, because all things considered, they're like taking up maybe a 1/4 of the entire area on there. So
yeah, it's very
that.
small, but it is a really nice image, and I use it as a background quite often on my desktop. I cycle through some of these.
Good fuel for sure.
Yeah. If you want it as a wallpaper, you have to pay $1 on Patreon. Or you can do 3 if you want to do a one-time purchase, because I think I set that up. But yeah. So, well, overall, it did help influence the final cover, obviously. Because you can literally see on the cover the magnolias are the exact same. And across the top, I just copy and pasted that shit. But we'll get to that. We got a couple more covers to go through. So in order to address that issue, I came up with this one. So I made the characters a lot more of the focus in this one. And I did it, it's not exactly their second meeting, because if you read the whole like section of their little dinner date in that in the like 2nd, 3rd chapter thereabouts, it's not exact, but it's what drew inspiration for it. And I had decided that having it overlook kind of the harbor would be very nice, because it gives, and having the ships there specifically gives the fair trade title. It leans credence to the double meaning that it is. Because the fair trade, as the tagline on the back of the cover says, love is just a trade of hearts. What I do that for. But also, you know, Shuya is a merchant, so there's a lot involved with that. A lot of title drop. I'm silly like that. But yeah, I do love this image. I think this is currently my background.
Cool. Yeah, I love the stars and the 2 shooting stars in the background.
Yeah, so the 2 shooting stars, funny thing about that. So there is lore, very deep lore. I don't know if I mentioned it yet. Oh well. It's a very little thing that gets sprinkled in at some point. I don't know if it's chapter 4 is out yet or not. That's the thing. I know I've written it. I don't know if it's out. So the thing about the shooting stars is that whenever a moon touch is born, so Shuya and Shija, a star falls during their birth. And that's what essentially represents, or it's like kind of how they're blessed by the moon, by the moon goddess. It's like kind of like her sending the power down.
Good tidings and all that.
Yeah. So I did the 2 shooting stars because it does represent both Shuya and Shija.
Nice.
So, but I did.
A good touch, a very nice touch.
Yeah, it's very subtle, like not anything like super out there.
And it's just aesthetically pleasing while also hinting at further lore. So very nice.
I also very conveniently placed one of those stars as the dot on the eye because it's not part of the text. Because it's part of my lore. I am a fallen star, all that fun stuff. Yeah. Yes, best love. In many ways, we'll get to that. I'm just starting to get into the god shit, so so I'm not gonna get too deep into the whole like god stuff. I am gonna talk a little bit about it later, but we'll get there.
Soon.
A lot of it is spoiler stuff, so I'm only gonna touch a teeny bit on it. Not to spoil anybody who hasn't read it yet. It's also stuff that's upcoming. Stuff that isn't out yet, but I've written. But yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of like my whole like structuring behind all this. The main feedback I got back on this one in particular was that they missed the flowers.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. Now, we gotta talk about the third one. So then we have this one. This one is very much an experiment. This was not quite based off of the feedback I had gotten, aside from potentially the character positioning. But I did this one in particular to emulate. There's 2 different kind of like things I was trying to like mimic in a way. One of them, one of the book series I follow has a cover style kind of like this. A lot of symbolism, and like the character lines are very light in color. I don't do this style if I'm ever gonna do art like this because it's it looks weird on the characters for me specifically. The background, flawless. I love the background. Having Jinsa represented in like a smoky fox form because that's part of one of the scenes, like he's first introduced as. Specifically with Shija, that's what the back cover kind of represents there. But like I do love the flow of it, and like I do like the dragon aspect of like represent Yushi's dragon blood and all that.
Yeah.
And then the tree in the background, the flowers are plum blossoms, which is what the empire is named after. Meihua is plum blossom in Chinese. So
gotcha.
that's kind of what that representation was. And then of course I did the stars aspect, as I have mentioned already. Kind of the hint of towards that. So and then I also did like, it's very hard to see on here in the sizing, or at least on the monitor I'm looking at, because this monitor is a little funky with colors. I did do the red string as well on that, kind of homage to one of the failed attempts initially. But yeah, so I would like to refine this in the future, and maybe it'll be in like kind of like an insert image, because like some of the books I have, they do like character art and stuff in the front pages and the back pages that are normally blank in other books, like in regular books. So very nice. I might try and refine this style so I can get that.
Cool.
But it's gonna take a while, and I gotta practice that shit. So
Yeah, it's always nice to have a separate style in your back pocket, but
Yeah.
yeah, it takes practice.
Yeah. this one definitely does. At least for me, it's very different. I think if I like push the watercolor angle more for the characters, I think it would probably look better.
Yeah, and that would also help differentiate it from the airbrush style, so you could make it
Yeah.
your own.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll experiment with that when I'm not doing the book grind. But yeah. So this one I really didn't love. There's too much work that needs to be done on it, and I just was not vibing with it where it currently is at. So yeah. And then this one, the final cut, the one that made it. So it was a culmination of all
There it
the
is.
feedback and whatnot, and kind of like the own desires that I liked, because I did like doing Shisha on the back of the third, because she is very relevant. She's very important throughout the series, as she is like trying to get everybody together and all that, because she's
The shipper.
she's the
We stand
Fujoshi
the
and all that. But yeah, so I thought it would be nice to have her, especially since the setting I decided to use is Shisha's garden, which is the garden we are sitting in now.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I made the characters bigger, obviously, to give them more of a focus. And then I emulated the flowers. I did like initially just like copy and paste all the flowers from the first cover. But I had to completely redo the peonies and the snowdrops, because it just didn't quite fit the same, given the angle.
And it also helps since you're including her in the cover in a more prominent aspect as well. So work that in the end.
Yeah, I just figured it would be a very nice little touch. The pose is very reminiscent of the first image I had ever drawn for, you know, the cover, for the web novel cover. That is kind of the same pose I did for her. I just changed it a teeny bit. Yes. So, and then the magnolias, I did have to stretch out a little bit more to kind of get the angle right, and so it wouldn't cover the character's features as much, because when I initially pasted it in, it was kind of covering Yushi's like pointed ears and such too, and I wanted that to be represented, because it was like kind of his hint that he is more than human, you know. It's like his pointed ears and his eyes are that hint, and I don't really address it very much in the writing in the beginning. I start addressing it later. So
yeah, it's nice to have a visual indicator to pique people's interest, though, and go, oh,
yeah, something else. It's a little. It also hints at the little fantasy bits, you know. So, overall, I really liked how it turned out. Originally, I was considering, instead of Shisha, I was considering Jinsa in the background. But I ended up choosing Shisha more because of the setting, and whatnot.
yeah, it definitely fits the flower garden.
Yeah. You know, if
And
I
you
did
still
a different,
have that subtle foreshadowing of having his flowers present.
yeah, that boy. But yeah. So that's kind of the evolution we got to get to the covers. So
Yep, and it was a good progression. You definitely landed on something special for sure.
yeah, isn't that nice? I cycled through.
Very nice.
Once I did the final like cover attempts, it was like 1, 2, and this one. I don't usually put 3 on my backgrounds, but. You gotta work on it before it can join the cycle. But yeah. So yeah, that was the progression of the covers. I never like gone super deep into detail on that on the stream. I did very briefly over it, so
Yes, the final version is in hand right
Yes.
now, Cleo.
Once we decided that this was going to be the cover in the archive Discord, I immediately attached it to my book asset.
Nice.
Yes. I have the book. It makes it very handy for making, TikToks and stuff, promoting book, because, it's usually nice to have me holding said book, but I don't have a physical book yet, so. As close as I get virtually having the physical book.
Digital book?
Yeah.
Bookception!
Well,
I need to hydrate.
yeah, that's what I was just doing. Yapping a lot. But yeah, that's all cover shenanigans. And I feel like doing less of a moment in the book and doing more of a overall vibe of said book was kind of a better feel. Because it's our boys being very cute together but like not too close, and then Shija watching over them as she do.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely sets what you're going to be reading when you actually get into the book proper.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to emulate that in the second book, but we'll get there, because there's a lot that goes on in the second book.
Is that going to be angst trauma?
Yes, we start diving into that.
Of fucking course.
Because my boys are very traumatized. In case I couldn't tell.
That is how we engage with the plot.
Yep. Is it really an interesting book if your characters aren't traumatized?
True. So true.
But yeah. We can save some of these for later. Do we want to answer some questions?
Let's answer some questions.
Get some questions in before it gets too late. It's already 8. Okay. Let me pull up. Where is the question one? There it is. Probably just use my button, but oh well. I'm gonna have to access this again anyway. Which the one do I have open right now? Wah! Question jump scare is big. Anyway, those assets I mentioned earlier, this was pretty much all I was making. It was putting the pre-sent in questions into the little text box that I use. Okay, where I did these in a different order than they are in my document. So the question, I'm pretty sure you sent in all of these. That are
I sent in like
these.
3 or 4, so I know for sure I sent in this one.
Yeah. So, yes. So, after completing Fair Trade, do you plan on creating a sequel or in-universe spinoff? It's complicated.
It's complicated.
So, for the most part, I've already planned on writing the individual prequels for Yushi, Shuya, and Jinsa.
Oh my, okay.
Because Yoshi's is very interesting, and I already started it. It is on Patreon exclusively right now. You'll not find it anywhere else until I have enough for a physical book. But so Yoshi's is all about it goes from the very beginning, the catalyst for his need to conquer essentially the empire, to take it back from the tyrannous emperor from before. So it's how he meets each individual member of his upper court, essentially.
Gotcha.
So it's very Sinbad-esque for Magi. It's like that spinoff, So I only have 1 chapter on that, and I really need to work on that more.
You're already cooking on fair trade as is.
Yeah.
The fact that you're even beginning on a spin-off already is great.
Yeah, the first chapter been out for a long time. So if you want to read that, it's there on Patreon. Another incentive to go and get there. I believe you only need the $1 tier, if I remember right. It should be. So, yeah. You can also you can do, I think, a one-time purchase, and you'll be able to get access to all of it as well.
Sweet.
Obviously, right now it's cheaper to just do the $1. Because I don't have that much of it yet. But if you've seen any of the war postcards that I was doing, the like past versions of Yushi and all his all the upper court members and whatnot, I was still doing those in watercolor, even though I like kind of veered off of that. I started it in watercolor, so I was like, I'm still gonna keep doing it in watercolor, even though I like switched back to airbrush. So that it's essentially gonna be those moments like fully fleshed out. And then Shuya's past is specifically, it's gonna be his lead up to being sent off to Vual, and then some of his time in Vual. And for Jinsa, it's not sure if I should get into that. It is spoilers. It's
Spoilers.
a major point in his past that's becoming very relevant in the story now. So
Gotcha. We'll pass on that, but that's tasty
I won't do
incentive
too much detail for that.
get caught up.
Yes. But I've done like occasional scenes for the other two, but I haven't like done anything like significant or like fully fleshed out yet.
Cool,
Since I am focusing on the main story more.
Yeah, that's cool. You already have plans to expand the lore in prequels. That's very cool.
Yes. Because as per usual, I overdeveloped the world that I put my characters into. So, and I do very much enjoy writing different, like, time periods. I also do kind of sort of have an idea for doing, like, maybe a potentially one book after story.
That'd be cool.
Because, like, it's been rattling around in my head, and it has enough potential if I develop it a little more, that I could do at least one book out of it. So there
like
could
a
be
small time skip sort of thing.
Yeah, essentially
Cool.
that. So it'll be interesting. It'll be kind of juicy.
Oh, juicy even.
But we'll see. I don't want to dive too deep into that idea until I get to the end, because things change so much as I write shit, and like I'm already like making like some of the stuff I'm writing right now. There's like gonna be about 3 new characters that are gonna become really relevant to the story that would potentially influence this ending, this like post-story arc that I'm thinking of. So
Gotcha.
don't want to commit yet.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, if I don't like ever like if I don't finish fleshing it out, and all that. But it'll be there.
Sweet.
I need to top up my drink real good.
Fair.
Gonna finish it off.
Chug.
Yeah. But there is always potential for me doing like another group of characters or something in the world, because I have, like I said, thought of a lot of it. And Meihua specifically has a lot to it that might not be touched upon in the main story. So, and definitely I have a lot designed or like created for the other countries surrounding Meihua as well.
Cool.
So there's opportunity. We'll see.
Opportunity
Mysteria,
abound.
very much. I do have plans for different like characters, different character groups and different time periods of the world.
Awesome.
So that's why I will eventually get back to it.
Neato.
Recently a different section from what's currently in Mysteria has kind of been rattling around my head, so you know, maybe I'll touch on that a little bit soon. But yeah, so there's potential for a lot more than just what's in it, but I know a lot of times people get very attached to the characters, so it'll be a little hard to deviate. Could also potentially touch on some of the gods, especially since some of the gods are becoming relevant characters. Certain wind god that we love and adore. He's so precious. I love him. Anyway, I want to bully him.
Oh my.
He's such a sassy little shit. I adore him.
And thus must be bullied.
Yes. I recently kind of like started fleshing out his like origins into becoming God. But yeah. Okay. So there's that one. Let me open one of these. Go backwards, I think, right? Yeah. Okay. Are there any ideas for fair trade that ended up on the cutting room floor that you would like to revisit and repurpose in the future? All the time. So I have a separate document that is aside from the main manuscript that I put in deleted scenes or scenes that I feel like writing early or something like that. Like it's very itching my brain to write. But I don't like commit to them because like, you know, shit changes all the time. So I sometimes end up like completely rewriting them. But there are some stuff that I end up writing that I feel it's too soon. And stuff that is like starting to come out in current chapters is very much an instance like that. I initially wrote it around chapter 30 thereabouts, give or take a little bit. And it was too much too fast because I trickle in I try to trickle in slowly the fantasy elements and I've been touching on the gods lately and it felt too much whiplash to like push into that after like kind of the more mundane arc that we just went through, as it being more of a regular human problem, you know.
Yeah, things get set aside for pacing and lore reasons. Yes. Understood.
And I felt like I pushed into it too fast, so I cut it, and then I started trickling in a little more information over the course of the next like 15 or so chapters.
Cool.
And I didn't like hardcore push the same direction, but I did incorporate some of the dialogue aspects. I like to keep the dialogue a lot because usually it's so good. And then when things change, I can just alter it a little bit. So
awesome.
Very nice, very handy. I highly recommend doing a deleted scenes document if you are ever writing. Pro tip from me. It's very handy for that shit.
Yeah, because if you're able to repurpose lore-related stuff like that for later installments, then that's a great tool to have on hand.
And that document has like my I actually wrote I think like 2 or 3 chapters very different from what the current chapters are. Or what the first 3 chapters were, and I think it's just 2 actually. But it is more I had changed kind of some of the base concept a little bit and how the characters interact. Especially with Zen's influence. Shout out to Zen. And Zen's ideas really helped shape a lot of the early bits of fair trade. So
Cool.
shout out to our resident Spooter.
Let's go, Spooter.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Spooter's at work right now.
Yeah. I bet she would love to be here.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll get her next time.
We'll drag her in kicking and screaming with all 8 legs.
Yep. I don't think it'll be too much dragging though. I'm pretty sure she'd come
No.
willingly.
VC, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I do that a lot. And there are some times where I'm like starting to write a scene and I'm like, this is not the direction I want to go, but this dialogue is good, so I shall save it for later.
Nice.
Because it's not always like whole chapters. Because the one I just discussed, it was like I think 3 or 4 chapters thereabouts. I ended up like
Gotcha.
yoinking, and I had to change a lot as well because it was like I had written quite far ahead at that point. I think to about the roughly around the chapters that are currently coming out. I think it's a little bit before that. But I was like looking back at some of the chapters as I was editing them, and I was like, this is too much. This is too fast. The pacing is not good. I gotta change this. I have time to change it. I gotta change it. So I did.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, next question. Ciao.
Wacha.
This one, you may fucking think with this one. I had to think hard
Waiting for
about
it
this
to-
one.
Yes.
If I could choose any animation studio to animate fair trade, who would I choose? And what would the top three picks be? God, words are hard. Yes.
I'm surprised that this is the one that stumped you. You had to do some thinking, huh?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of good animation studios, but the first one that had come to mind was it'll probably be pretty obvious. UFO Table.
Of course, yes. I knew that one would be
yes.
high up in the list.
Because for one thing, they've done the animations for the Tales of games. So I've always been a very big fan of them. But you know, their more recent animations are very much like the airbrush style that I do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like things in Fate, things in I think the more recent they ended up doing the final season of Attack on Titan, didn't they? I think so.
Let me go to their page real quick here and check. But yeah, the way that they are able to convey emotion and just the way they like animate eyes and hair, especially, like that would fit fair trade so well.
It would be so juicy. Oh god, I would die.
Let's see here.
I'd die to see that shit.
Yes. Let's see here.
Yeah, and
Demon Slayer. They're doing a Genshin Impact series.
They are,
Okay.
yeah. They announced that a long time ago. I think they've been helping. I think some of the shorts that the short animations they were putting out for not long, I'm pretty sure is UFO Table.
Cool.
But yeah, those are pretty. God. Animation, sexual, and it's UFO Table every time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I watched God, I forget because Fate titles are just so long.
Yeah.
The Heaven's Feel. I watched the Heaven's Feel movie trilogy, and oh my gosh, the battle between Saber Alter and Medusa. I fucking nut. It was so good.
Yeah, UFO Table is just so juicy. God.
Very tasty. So that is a great choice.
Yes. The next one I chose was Wit Studio.
Oh yes, good choice.
Yeah. Kind of. They do quite a range of animation types. They do end up. I think lately they favor a little more action, but they have done romance in the past, and specifically they've done like Ancient Magus Bride, and I feel the reason why I chose them is because specifically in Ancient Magus Bride, the way Elias like transforms, I feel like would be so good for whenever like Jinsa and Yuchi get to that point in the story. It's like way down the line, but oh my god, that would be so good.
You know, that's a really good point.
And the magic and shit in that is so pretty.
And I know they did the animation for Persona 3 Reload, the remake of PS3.
Yeah.
And so like I imagine their use of like bold colors and stuff mixed with the airbrushing would definitely work as well. So that's a good point.
It's so juicy. Yeah, they also do have that kind of soft like style as well on occasion.
Yeah, for like Spy Family and all that, so they can definitely utilize it.
Yeah, it will be very good. I know they do motion very good as well. You know, they're very definitely one of those that do the good fight scenes and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the entire original run of Attack on Titan is just evidence they know their shit.
Yeah. Faux show. And then the other one I chose, the last one was very hard to decide. That's why I was like having the most trouble with it, because there's so many good animation studios. But I think ultimately I decided to do for my third option, I chose Cloverworks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do a lot of really cute romance series, and
oh yeah, for
oh
sure.
my god, it's so fluffy and so pretty, and I'm like,
yeah, cause like just the first one that comes to my my mind is Slow Start, which is super duper cute.
I think they did Horimiya, so he's about to kill.
That's right, they did. And like what's the one that I'm thinking of? What was it? Let me scroll through their list. Oh, they also did some Fate stuff. Interesting. Yeah, Horimiya, Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, a lot of cute shit. So, yeah, those are like higher up. Obviously, like so many studios would be very good options. This isn't even like all my like top 3 favorite animation studios.
It's the ones that would fit the vibes of Fair Trade.
I feel like they would be very good. I'll take
like,
anything I can get, though.
Because like I can't imagine Trigger animating Fair Trade.
As much as I love Trigger, no, it would not fit the vibe.
Wouldn't fit. Now Trigger animating Mysteria though,
that would be wild. I would love that though. That'd be great. Because like because they did Little Witch Academia, and I fucking love the way they do magic and that shit.
Oh, it's so good.
Can't wait to see all the sparkles.
And they just started working on season 2 of Delicious in Dungeon. Can't wait for that.
So exciting. But yeah, that's my picks. That's where my brain at for those.
Fantastic choices.
Now the next question that gave me even more difficulty, and you know what it is. But to be fair, I was actually already considering this because one of the like ideas I had come across on TikTok for like videos to post was doing Dreamcasts. So I was already like contemplating it, but I hadn't like sat down and written them all down yet. I think I had like 3 or 4 on my list, and that was it.
So we got the animation studios now. Who's voicing them is the question.
So I think one could be very obvious, at least one voice actor.
Okay.
He is my Oshi after all.
Oh yeah.
Hang on. Hydration. So our good old buddy Sayu, Alejandro. So one of these characters I've always considered to be very reminiscent of the way he voices Jingyuan in Star Rail. And that is Yushi. Yushi was kind of like, his voice in my head is always very much like Jingyuan's.
Oh, wow, so he's just been the canon voice for him.
Kind of, yeah. Like, there's a couple other people I would consider for Yushi as well, but specifically, like, I just like the vibe that Alejandro gives Jingyuan specifically. It's just so on spot, I feel.
Gotcha.
Very much someone in power that can be like, that doesn't want to be sometimes.
Gotcha, yeah.
But he does it anyway, you know. He does it because he cares, you know. That type of shit.
Yep, and the man does have a fantastic voice.
Yeah,
so
he
excellent
does.
choice.
I was watching him stream Marvel Rivals today. He was, because he's Deadpool.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I just love all of Deadpool's lines that I've heard like so far. I haven't like even heard everything, but like
I've heard the interaction line between him and Wolverine. It's like the horniest line in the entire game.
yeah, it's there's always such sassy ones too. Like I love his interactions with Galacta or whatever. They're so funny.
You know, he really harnessed Nolan North's Deadpool style and gave it his own spin.
Yeah, a lot of it was like ad-libbed and stuff that they put in too, so.
Oh, nice, even better. That is the Deadpool way.
Yeah, they like gave him some stuff, and then like other things are like, wing it, have fun. And he did.
It's
he
for
popped
the
off.
best.
Bitches love that shit. But yeah. So it was a given that I would add Sayu to this list at some point. But as I was like really thinking about it, I was like, you know, he usually does kind of sound like Jingyuan in my brain. So
Cool.
if you ever wonder what Yuchi sounds like, just listen to Jingyuan's voice lines. That's it. Now the next one, doing Shuya's was kind of the trickiest one of them all.
Interesting.
Because Shuya is a very like light, soft boy.
Yeah.
So whenever I get around to actually doing the trailer, anybody who's auditioning for Shuya, I am going to be very picky about. So do not feel hurt if you do not get him. But honestly, I'm not sure if I'm quite committed, but the closest thing I could that came to mind was Howard Wong. He does Shailian in Heaven Official's Blessing. He also did Longa in Skate.
Okay,
He's a very soft boy, so you know, I was trying to think of the soft boys, but whenever I was trying to think of the soft boys, I couldn't find the soft boys in my brain.
No soft boys exist in the brain.
I blanked on all my soft boys. I'm like, I've seen so many anime and such. Like, where are the soft boys in my noggin? I know they're up there. But
what cracks me up is I know he voices Anasui and JoJo as well, which is
I
the
know.
opposite of a soft boy.
He's got a lot of range. He does.
He's got range, and we love that in a voice actor.
Yes. Some of these specifically, you'll like look at and you're like, damn, the range on that boy. But yeah, like that one was definitely a really hard one, and she scream.
She scream. Bark, bark.
Very distant scream of the noodle. But yeah, I spent probably the majority of the week after I like saw that, thinking about that, like who that would be, and I really only kind of settled on that this morning.
Wow, it was a long process.
Yeah, there was somebody else I picked, but I don't remember who it is now off the top of my head. Because I didn't.
But when you mentioned his performance of Longa, that does make sense.
Yeah, and Shalian is definitely one of the inspirations for Shuya, to some degree. Like his misfortune and all that is definitely kind of like a little homage to that. And he very much is a very soft, sweet boy. So, I feel like those are very good representations of what Shuya would probably sound like. It's very difficult because, like I said, he's a very gender neutral kind of character, and he's got a very soft, airy voice. You know, he's a very
the
sweet
androgynous
boy.
aspect.
Yeah. So, yeah. Jinso was also kind of a hard one because there are so many good options for him.
You were spoiled for choice.
Yes. ProZD. I don't know if I recognize that. I would have to look that up. So for Jinsa, there are so many options, so many good options for him.
Yeah, Samong Cho, he voiced Senshi and Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh. It's been a bit since I watched that, and I only watched part of it. I only like came in like when you guys were watching it randomly.
Yeah, you've definitely seen some of his YouTube videos and TikToks, I imagine.
Probably. Oh yeah. I was initially also planning on doing eventually a like content creator list like this as well. Like
cool
YouTubers and shit, you know. But that one's a lot harder, and I'm nowhere near done with that list. This one was a little bit easier.
Oh, that's right. He does Mordecai and Lackadaisy as well, right? Righty.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll be a video down the line. I will do another one with VTubers and shit. Cool. But yeah. So for Jinsa, I ended up settling on Aaron Demisk or Dismuke. Demisk? I can't say his last name. It's hard. He voiced it specifically. He came to mind because of Hibiki in Fairy Tale is very similar to Jinsa overall. He's very much a flirt, and he ends up but he'll be very serious when he needs to be. He may seem like a jokester and a little shitlord, but deep down he's very like sweet, and I feel like Aaron does that very well.
Gotcha, yeah, because I'm unfamiliar with Fairy Tale for the most part, so unfortunately,
he voices a lot. He also voiced what's it? Oscar and Ruby. And Alphonse.
How do you spell his name again?
Aaron, Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron. Eismuke. Yeah, he does Alphonse and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
He's very popular.
Gotcha.
He's got range. He's one of those with a lot of range. He's everywhere, but you don't know it, you know?
Understood.
He's one of those kind of voice
vocal
actors.
Chameleon.
But, I don't know. At some point when I was browsing voice actors to try and make this list, I came across, I saw Fairy Tale at one point. I was like, wait, Hibiki. It was like very much a aha moment. But there's also so many people that would, I feel, voice Jinso really, really well. But yeah. So for Ryuuna, going back to what T mentioned, I just Ryuuna was also one that I think I had multiple for, but I ended up settling on Robbie Damon, specifically his roles for Megami, and Gil Thunder. Very like chill, serious dudes, you know. So also that man is so talented.
You know, that's a good choice. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I've seen him in. I know he was Moomin Rider and One Punch Man. I'm
He's
trying to think
in
of what other
so
stuff.
much.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, his IMDb is huge.
Yeah.
Right, he was Megumi and Jujutsu Kaisen. He's in Tiger and Bunny.
He all over the place.
Multiple voices in Bleach. Dang.
One of them
Very
that got real talent. Way much
Oh yeah,
range.
absolutely.
But yeah, Rallywood was also one that I was like debating over because there were a couple different options that I was like, this person would be good, this person would be good. But I don't know. Megami came to mind at one point, and I was like, yes, that kind of fits the vibe. Very tired, very done with everybody's shit. Very serious.
A good fit. A good fit.
Now Shisha, I think I really only settled on this morning as well. She was a little hard to place. But I ended up going with Brenna Larson.
Oh, okay. Good choice. Good choice.
Because she did Navia in Genshin, and Navia is such a sweet little cinnamon roll. But she can't get angry and she can't get spicy, and like I feel like that's like a very similar vibe to Shisha. She's very much bestie material,
Yeah. No, that's an excellent choice.
And Shisha's resident bestie, so.
Yeah, because I know she did a voice in City the Animation recently, which I want to watch so bad because it's just more Nichijou basically. So I'll be hearing her voice soon when I watch that.
Yeah. And then Shinhua. I wanted when I came across this person, I immediately knew that this would be Shinhua.
Oh wow.
And that's Allegra Clark.
Hey, yeah.
Very iconic voice, but the vibe of Maki would be very much akin to what Shinhua's vibe is. But she's a very strong, independent woman, and that's
for sure.
Shinhua to a T. So when I saw her list on like some of the like more popular voice actors lately, I was just like, yeah, that's the one. That's it. That's right there.
Yeah, no, that definitely
I didn't have
fits,
to think twice about it.
Yeah, because she also voiced Josuke's mom in JoJo, so strong, feisty woman vibes. Agreed. That definitely fits.
Yeah. Yu Liang, I actually did. Was also one I had somebody else for. I had like two originally on the list for her. But I decided to settle on Kira Buckland.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, she has 2B. And a lot of other good shit.
Oh yeah, no.
But
seasoned voice actor.
But I feel like I was like recently watching somebody play Nier, and I was like, 2B would fit her.
This just fits.
Yeah. So that's a lot of the main ones. I have a couple others. Because this list isn't like complete yet. There's still a few characters that I could probably hit up. But,
yeah. Whenever a voice actor is mentioned, I just translate them to JoJo because she was Jolene.
Yeah. But yeah, Yu Liang's very like serious to the point. She's soft sometimes, but only to people she cares about. So, feel like Kira Buckland does that well.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. Now for Karina, our lovely villainess.
Okay.
I did not have to think twice about this one either.
Oh my, okay.
It was a very easy choice. Amelie.
Oh, of course, the Scuff Queen herself.
I honestly don't know if there's a particular role I consider her as, but some of the shit that I've watched, I've like listened to her streams, and she's like done like voiceover for like whatever visual novels or games that she's playing, and I'm like, this girl doesn't have enough villain roles, and you know,
Right?
let's give her the
give
peak
her.
villainess. You know, she
let,
wants to be a villainous VTuber, right? Let's give her a villainous role. You know?
let her flex it.
Yeah. So that would be very, very high up there. And then Rina's brother Emilios, that one was very hard. And I'm not sure quite if this would be the one, but he's a very talented voice actor anyway, so that would be Damon Mills. He does so much. I feel like a less raspy version of Blade would be kind of similar to how Emilios is.
Gotcha, Damon Mills. What have I seen you?
So much.
Heard you in, rather.
So much.
Oh yeah, no, he's been in a lot. He's been in a lot here. Let's see.
He's got that range. Because if you go from Lenny and Genshin to Blade in Star Rail, it's
he was Cherry in
day.
Skate. Okay, I know him from that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What have you been in games? You were fucking Frieza? What?
Yeah.
Cherry and Frieza share a voice actor? What the fuck?
Yeah, he got that range, dude.
Awesome. Oh, and he was Taki on Persona 3 Reload. Okay, awesome.
He do a lot. And then I only have one more right now. Obviously there's plenty more characters, but Wuya or Wind God, it would be remiss of me to not do this voice actor, considering I based him off of this particular character. So I chose Benjamin McLaughlin because he voiced Hermes in Danmachi.
Of course.
So, cheeky Wind God. Very much inspired by Hermes in general. Like any representation of Hermes in Epic, you know, and Danmachi, like anything I've seen like that has like kind of a Hermes vibe, that hockey shitlord. Usually it's Wuya specifically.
No, that's a good choice. I can definitely see it.
Yeah. So that's all I have for right now.
That's more than enough. I was expecting just the main couple of characters. Nah, you gave an extensive list. Bravo.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been thinking about it for a little bit.
I'm glad that it ignited your brain cells, made you think about it.
Yeah. And eventually I will do a content creator type list for this, because there are a couple content creators I watched that I'm like, yep, that would be perfect.
You voice this.
Do that again.
Who would I voice is the question.
That is a real good question. I would have to think about that.
just a matter of who I would have to throw my voice around for.
Yeah, you're very good at it, so you can probably do a lot of characters. But yeah. So I think that was your 4 questions.
Cool.
Turn that off for now. Let's go to the Q&A with y'all.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at all you putting in questions.
Let's go.
Finally, questions. And then afterwards,
I held chat at gunpoint today during my stream and said, "Submit questions."
Yeah, I should check if there were any last minutes to the marshmallow. I don't think there were.
While you're pulling those up, I'm going to take a quick restroom break. Be right back, Stringworms.
Yeah, nothing new on Marshmallow, so if you submitted one to Marshmallow, please submit it into chat. Into the Q&A in chat. Because I still only have the 4 that Paya gave. I only know that Paya gave it because Paya told me. And I don't think I ever received any on social medias. I could check that really quick. My model will break. Because I have to use my phone again for camera. So you just get to hear my voice. And make sure my volume's down, so in case TikTok opens a random video. Let's see. No comments on Insta. We'll check TikTok. Where did all these likes come from? Oh, it's because I posted just before stream. Haha. Yeah, I don't think I ever received any questions in TikTok either. I will double check the comments just in case they were shadow banned for some reason, because there was a weird thing going on with TikTok for a while, and they changed company hands or whatever, where like TikTok full on broke and all that. So let me double check real quick. I don't think I ever received any. Nothing there. I made several posts for the past like week and a half.
Blah, I've returned.
Welcome back. I'm just double checking social media. I think that was this is the first one. Yeah. Nothing, never got anything on other socials. That's okay.
Yee.
Put the phone back where it belongs. Okay. Okay. So we've got I set the thing for this, but I'm too lazy to do it. Oh. I will do it when I edit, it's fine. So T's, and the first question that T put in was any differences in work if the characters were in a modern setting?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, for Shuya, definitely not. And I could probably also get away with that for Jinsa. The problem is Yushi. I don't know if I would still do kind of a royalty kind of thing with him or not. It would definitely be I think if I were to do a full modern setting, he'd probably do something different, but I don't know what that would be. It'd be interesting though. Try and figure that out.
Some adaptation would probably have to take place, but you could probably make the relations at least somewhat similar.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the very little would change between the relationship dynamic. It would be the same regardless. It's just like the plot overall would be a little different.
Yeah.
Like the
What's
drama
tying it all
bits.
together?
Yeah. It would be very interesting, like, considering a full modern EU, because, just, like, the overall conflict would be so different in a modern setting. So,
yeah, when trade isn't relegated to like, crossing entire oceans and all that via sailboat and all that.
yeah. But most of the particular conflict is, like, in more of it's more deals and such is what I've addressed so far. It's more like Jinsa and Yushi's conflict, because they each individually have their own like separate conflict apart from each other. Because I had the main relationship conflict, and then they each individually have their own plot. Specifically, I think Jinsa's would be very interesting to adapt into a modern setting. Because if I'm not doing it like no magic or anything like that, it would be very, very different. Because he's a magical fox man, so you know.
Right. Well, I mean, magic can exist in the modern world as well.
Yeah. And I've done like urban fantasies and stuff like that
Yeah.
before. So, but if we were saying strictly modern AU, I had to think about that more. I'll get back to you on that.
If anything, I think it would be very fun to do a drawing of them and like what their modern day clothing styles would be. That'd be
I've
fun.
thought about that a lot, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I wanted to do that, I just haven't.
That'd be cute.
The closest I've gotten was doing that one version of the boys as the Saja boys.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's the closest I've gotten. Maybe eventually, maybe I'll get around to doing that when I'm not so busy, and we can address that in more detail.
Cool.
It'll be a fun little thing to do. Okay. So, Cleo asks, how difficult is it to create stories and art about those pretty boys without getting distracted by being horny? Bold of you to assume that I don't get horny over them all the time.
That's so real of you, bestie.
You've been in my art streams. You know how I act. The amount of times I'm like...
Just frothing at the mouth. Oh, that's fucking funny. Right as Stream Element says hydrate or dihydrate, you thirsty.
Oh yeah, ooh, you know, Mafia, you got a point there, T. The Mafia, like with the upper core would be interesting.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, all the time, constantly. Most of the time when I'm writing, I'm kicking my little feet. During fluffy moments, hot moments. Whenever I'm like rereading and editing, I'm just like screaming inside, you know.
The horny is inevitable.
Yes, you've been to my art streams, you know how I act around these characters. There's a reason they were my top 3 simp characters in the last year, you know. Yeah.
Awesome.
Listen, we don't need to talk about the how I was acting about during the last spicy art I was drawing that I didn't get to finish because of the fucking computer crashing.
Oh yeah.
I will finish it soon though, because it's very good, very cute, very. Anyway.
The horny is in the building as we speak. Oh God.
Yeah, it does kind of like help transfer the plot if we did more of the modern aspect of it. My other thought, other than potentially like doing like kind of like a like organized crime group like that, would be potentially just another company or whatever. But I don't know. We'll deep dive into that whenever we do like decide to do like modern AU art. I would like to draw them in modern clothes.
The mafia aspect or just organized crime aspect does fit the angle of be gay, do crimes very well though.
Be gay, do crime. But yeah, I feel like that would like kind of shift stuff a lot more too, because like especially with the like conflict with Karina and whatnot, they'd just be like a rival crime family type shit, you know?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. Fun shit to think of. I think about these things often sometimes. You have no idea. That's why I often like when I say like offer up Q&As, I'm like, give me hypotheticals. I will expose my brain. Because I like thinking about these things, especially when it comes to like doing arts for them. Let's see. What else we got here? Blue asks, when introducing side characters to your novel, good or bad, not much effect, or good or bad, or not much effect to the main characters. How difficult is it when you introduce them? It varies on the character, and their role, obviously. So, like, and especially, like, their overall grand scheme of things. But a lot of the times, I'll come up with side characters on a whim. So, like, some of the, like, side characters you come across whenever Shuya is doing business and stuff. A lot of those just come out of my brain, come out of the air. I'll like do a random name generator and my fingers will start typing them, and they exist.
Sweet.
It's not too terribly difficult for me, but that's because I'm so used to making characters. Character design's kind of been my thing for a long time. So I get just kind of like basic ideas, and then like as I write them, they get better and more fleshed out. And usually when I go back and edit, I'll refine it a little bit, like the initial interactions. So sometimes it just starts with a basic description. Sometimes it just starts with a line of dialogue. It's very, my brain works very weird like that. All right. So T had also put in a question: if not picked the cover, any of the other alternatives? There were a couple other ideas that I had. I did, because like I think initially when I shared all the various like idea sheets in the Discord, I think there were a couple that I didn't actually get to. And I obviously would have kept trying. I would have kept like deep diving into various arts as inspiration, until I like got to one that I liked. But yeah, my next step after this one, if it didn't work out, was to redraw that very first cover that we had discussed. And then see how that went. That was like the only other fleshed out idea I had, I think. But I don't know, this one came out really good, so I just didn't do that.
What you landed on turned out incredible.
Yeah. Let me double check actually what else I shared in the Discord or the image sheets. Is it in here? Is it in this section? No, it's in this section. Yeah. That was one I did. That was one that ended up being a chapter art. What was this one? That was also one that ended up being a chapter art. I was going over key moments, or whatever that could potentially be a cover when I was deciding a particular moment. It probably would have been more fluff, like the way this cover turned out. Probably would have been various iterations of like fluffy art and flowers. I think that's probably where I would have been going after I finished this one. I like this one a lot. Very happy with it.
Absolutely.
I got the brain tickle that I did when I revised the Mysteria cover. Because I did change the Mysteria cover, which I need to get a new physical copy for that, because I have the original cover that I did for it, which was more patterns rather than art.
Yeah. The brain tickle is an important indicator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when I like refined that Mysteria cover into more of an artistic one like this, it did give me a good brain tickle, and that's how I knew. Being a Mysteria that also needs a book 2, because I had long since had that. Probably had like 3 books worth of shit. If I'm being
Wow.
real. But probably after I get the first fair trade stuff and I get some projects done, I will probably just go straight into fair trade book 2.
Sweet.
Because right now the chapters for it aren't even out yet for the ending of book 2.
Mm-hmm.
So well, we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Yeah. Cheese dropped another one. Have you sent representations of anyone you know in your work? Sometimes. Most of the time. Most of the time, I do use myself as like reference for stuff. But I don't. Have I in fair trade specifically? Trying to think, because I pull a lot of inspiration stuff all over the place. It's really hard to keep track of it all in my brain. I'm not gonna lie. There have been stories I've done in the past where there definitely characters were inspired by my IRL friends and whatnot. People that I know, people that were significant to me at some point in my life. That story's not out anymore.
Ah.
That was the Battle Academy thing. That was like
Right.
Mm-hmm. That was the whole thing.
That was a whole thing, being the summarization of it.
Yeah, that was a phase in my life. I wish I would be able to like write Battle Academy as good as I would be able to make it into a comic, but it doesn't translate the same.
Yeah, because it's more action oriented, right?
Yeah. Which I can write action. I just don't like writing action anymore. I usually avoid it. There's been a couple times in fair trade where I've been like, can do this, but I can also cheese my way around it. And
we can find a diplomatic solution to what would be violence, so I don't have to write the violence.
Well, there's also, so essentially in chapter 7, which is one we'll be going over next when I do a live read. There is technically conflict that occurs, but because I do more of a third person kind of limited every once in a while, sometimes it balances between limited and omniscient. But for that particular chapter, it was a very third person limited to Shuya specifically. And because Shuya closes his eyes during this, all he does is hear what's going on. He doesn't actually see what's going on.
That's a cool way to creatively limit what you're working with from the character's perspective. I like that.
Yes. And like I've considered lately, I've been like debating whether or not, because I do bounce between third limited and third omniscient all the time, and it's sometimes in the very same chapter. But so I've been like wondering, should I be more focusing on like just one versus the other? Because normally in writing, it's like better to focus on one particular, to not shift POV or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like with third, you can get away with it more.
Yeah, because I remember there was a series I read a long time ago called the Bartimus trilogy, and the main character would be in first person, and whoever the side character was of the book would be in third person. I always thought that was a cool way of going about it.
Yeah, and like in the past, I've done like writing where it is like POV shifts of one character, like it's first person for each character, but the different chapters, you know. And I don't know, just lately in recent years of reading that, I just have never been fond of that. I've become less fond of it. but I still read it sometimes. There's like this one book that I've been reading that I really enjoy, and they do that. But I feel like they do it well. And that's the thing.
For your writing, you prefer it to just be cohesive.
Yeah. So I feel because this is romance and it goes through each character goes through so many emotions in one specific scene. I do occasionally switch focus between said characters. But there are a lot of times where like I'm starting a scene or a chapter and I'll have the third person limited on that character, but sometimes I will shift to a different character and I like try to make that transition smooth. Like they're meeting, they're talking, and then like if they leave, it's the other character, you know, that kind of thing. And I do that quite a bit early on in the books as well. So oh god, my model, what the fuck? Hello? I just did a jiggle.
Jiggle, jiggle, wiggle.
A wiggle. A wiggle, wiggle. But yeah. It's kind of. So, like. Stop that. My model is possessed. But I've been thinking about all kinds of stuff like that a lot. And, like, having been like debating whether or not I should be doing it more as if I should be leaning more into limited or omniscient as far as that goes. And with that has come with my conflict with chapter 7 is, do I actually write said scene of actual combat?
Gotcha.
Because also it would be a representation of, because what's missing from that is the viciousness that Yuchi fights with.
Okay.
And I don't have another opportunity to do that until way later in the series. So
it might be nice to hint at it in some way, so later on when that other fight does happen, it can be shown in full.
Yeah, because I talk about it. I talk about how strong Yuchi is all the time, how he's been like feared by the people to some degree because of how he conquered the throne pretty much on his own. Like
he could tear a man in half, and he could tear a man in half.
Yeah, he can. He can tear me in half.
Hey, yo.
Oh yeah, back to the subject of being horny over the characters. Y'all, I shared a little preview in Discord of one of the chapter arts of Ishi with the fucking bed head. I'm like, barrel for that man. Oh my god, he has no right looking that hot. Anyway. Anyway, I'm very normal for my characters, in case you couldn't tell.
It's awesome being normal for your OCs.
It is. I make them for me, not for you.
Yeah, way to go about it.
But yeah. So that's my recent debate. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna read through it next reading stream, and we'll address that when I get there.
Cool. I still need to do some drawings for you to put on the proverbial fridge.
Yes, the fridge! I should share the fridge. Wait! We should share the fridge!
Yeah, that's good content for the anniversary stream.
Chat, if you don't know, anytime somebody draws fan art for my characters, I put them in a folder, and this folder is labeled the fridge. I put your art on the fridge, okay? And it doesn't matter how good you think you are, it's going on my fridge. Wait, is there one missing here? Wait a second. Let me check. I gotta check my phone, because I'm pretty sure I had 4, not 3. Let's I'm crazy, which I am, check my gallery. Where is the folder? Maybe not. I could
Maybe
have
not.
sworn.
Oh, golly. Where?
Oh. Maybe it's just 3. Maybe I hallucinated.
I just need to lock in and make that happen after I finish the Project Wingman thumbnail. I'll have to do some fan art.
Wait, let's plug this back in. Or I put this up, because otherwise it'll die. It dies really fast when I do this. There we go. Anyway, let me get a thing dongy. Give me an image. Add source. New source. Add source. Chat, it's time to show off the fridge! I apologize if you do not want your art to be observed on the fridge. It will... I'm proud dad. I will show off your art. I'm sorry. So this one was the first one I had ever gotten. Oh, it's really big. Let me fix that. Transform, fit to screen. There we go.
Yeah.
Pretty boy. I love the colors that they use. They're so bright and vivid. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is by Rainy Demon. They tagged me on YouTube and shared this. It's so pretty. I love it. I kicked my little feetsies when I first received this, because this was my first fan art for Fair Trade, and I was like, ah!
Made your day.
It did. I was so happy. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. It was so good.
Oh, so sweet.
It's so good. And then there were a couple people on TikTok asking for OCs to draw because they wanted practice and whatnot. So this one is by Emberith on TikTok. They were doing they're doing like 1,000 OC or 2,000 OC challenge. I think 2,000, yeah, and they were roughly around 1,000 when they did this one. It's so cute.
Wonderful little headshot.
Yes, and I've tried to ensure that the credits are not only in the name of the files, but they are also in the image as well.
Yeah,
I had
awesome
that shit.
of you to do that.
It's to remind me.
The people that were there.
And this one is from somebody I am mutuals with on TikTok, and I love their art style. It's so fucking delicious. Look at this huge image. This is by Arte Anime.
Ooh, yes.
Yes, their art is so good. They're doing this like comic right now with like a bunch of Dragon OCs, and I'm a barrel for all of them. They're so anyway.
That's our boy. That's our boy.
Thank you, Arte. I love this so much. Anyway, every time I get one of these, I kick my little feet, makes my day. I'm smiling for the rest of the day. But yeah.
Further incentive for me to cook. Make the fox boy happy.
Yes. I could have sworn I had another one. Maybe I'm just delusional. Maybe I imagined it. So yeah, I'm very happy. I will put up your art on fridge. I will put your art on stream. You have no choice. I'm
Point
sorry.
at it. Look what my children did.
Yes.
I'm so proud.
Proud dad. I do the Joel method, you know. Joel shares his fan art on his starting soon screen all the time. So
Right.
proud dad. Support your
Awesome.
artists and all that. But yeah, go follow them wherever their social medias be.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness, excuse me.
I'm getting EP.
Yeah, it's just about to turn 9, which is my usual weekday bedtime. So my body's like,
Mhm.
"What are you doing? Start getting ready."
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's all the user submitted questions, anyways.
Cool.
I have a couple of those extra questions, but we could always wrap it up if you're feeling EP.
Oh, no, it's fine. We can do a couple more.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Where'd my notes go? It is. Let me make sure there wasn't anything that dulled up. Alright, let me grab. I did make images for these as well. Where's the
cool.
question box? Give me the question box. Rails. When I edit these into TikTok, so I will put the questions in like smaller ones that can do tall wise. Alrighty. So one of the questions I came across on like a little interview sheet thing back when I was like worried that I wouldn't have enough content for the stream. So I threw in a few extra. One of them was, did you use a functional outline or was it just chaos that somehow worked? Now, I talk about this all the time, but I want to be very clear about it. So, I do have an outline, believe it or not. There is an existing outline. While my fingers do crazy shit and stuff happens all the time in between these plot points, I do have the major plot points planned out. So I used to be very, very detailed, very meticulous about making outlines. Mysteria's outline is wild. But
that's how it be for action.
Yeah, I started deviating a lot whilst writing Mysteria in more like the later half of it that I've been writing in like the more recent chapters of it. And it started becoming more common for me to do that. I write so I still meet these plot points, but whatever happens in between these plot points, it varies. And sometimes shit gets thrown in, and I have to rearrange said plot points unless there's a specific date and time. So, the way I used to consider my outline as plot beads. They would string together, like essentially, you know, some like a necklace or whatever. You know, I would have just a string of plot points and little plot beads. Now I don't think of it like that because how difficult is it to, you know, unstring a whole piece of jewelry? I make jewelry, or it fucking sucks. When you have to like redo something, like because you missed a fucking bead. So I started like mentally equating it to 2 different decks of cards. One is the specific plot points that never change, the ones that are in a specific order, and that order cannot change because, you know, something has to happen before this or whatnot before you can get to this plot point. That deck remains static, doesn't shuffle. The other deck, very, very random, gets shuffled all the time. New cards get thrown in there. Some cards get yeeted out. So that's kind of how I like mentally equate doing this kind of stuff with. Yes, I do plot. I do write shit down because I have a tendency to forget shit because I take so long to write this shit.
Gotcha.
So I have to write
that's
some
a great
of
way
it
of
down.
looking at it.
But yeah. So that is how I outline. So I believe back when NaNoWriMo wasn't full of shit, they had two terms. You had the planner and you had the pantser. And there's something in between called the plantser. I am a plantser. If that makes it clear for you. If you are one of those people. But yes. I do outline. But I do more chaos than I do outline lately. I have to restructure a lot. I rearrange.
Controlled chaos.
Sometimes I just leave it as bullet points, and occasionally I'll go back through the outline and like see if I've hit that or not.
Sweet.
So, or see if it's like time to do that plot point soon. Yeah.
Nice.
What else we got here? Yes, this. I briefly kind of mentioned this moments ago. Do you think about your audience or write primarily for yourself? Like I said, a lot. I do this for myself first, but
yeah,
I do constantly think how people will react to certain plot points.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to consume your comments and and screams and cries about my story.
You feed off it.
I do. But nobody ever talks about it online.
Aww. You'll work up to it. You'll work up to it. I'm sure when the actual physical volume releases, people will definitely be piquing an interest.
Yeah. A lot of people on TikTok have been getting more interested into it, and which I'm glad for. Because
awesome.
My other social medias do not gain as much traction for any of my book stuff. But I get a lot of people asking where to read it, even though I put an image at the end every time that says, go read it on my website. Sometimes I'll say in said video, go read it on my website.
The short form content attention span.
I know. So I don't like get upset about anybody like doing that.
Yeah.
So I answer the question regardless. I'm like, you go read it on my website. Do it with a smile. I know that I've caught somebody's interest with my silly ass, stupid little TikToks. Some of them are really stupid. And they don't make it onto YouTube because they're a little too dumb sometimes, or they have copyright audio.
Too dumb for YouTube? Have you seen what's on YouTube, my dude?
Listen, some of the stuff I do. I feel I can get away with more cringe on TikTok than I can on YouTube.
I see. Understood.
That's just how my brain works. Like, I know a lot of the stuff, like, crosses over, but certain things, I'm just like, it's not going anywhere else other than TikTok. Doesn't even go on Instagram.
That there's certain vibes that fit only the TikTok.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to see, like, some of those stupid, like, audio skits with various, like, some of the various maybe one day back to Mysteria. Various fair trade characters. I do that often. Because they're really easy to do and they do really well.
Cool.
So, I do that, and I also do a lot of like music edits, kind of with art. Fun. So yeah, we do that all the time. But yes, first and foremost, I write for me, and then I think of how to ruin your lives.
So sinister.
Yes. And, you know, with people not talking about it as much, you know, it doesn't make your favorite character safe. I'm just gonna say that.
That's a threat.
The less you talk about it, you know, the more I'm gonna be more likely to, you know, take drastic measures to make you talk about it.
Funny that Cleo made the George R.R. Martin comparison earlier in stream. Sumi, they will perish.
Pretend I have power.
That is absolutely a threat. My goodness.
It might be safe for now.
It just gets even worse. We're safe for now.
Mhm.
Oh,
You know,
that's
plot changes a
funny.
lot. You know, things happen
True,
all the
true,
time.
very true. We just went over the whole deck of cards. You pull them out and send them to the graveyard, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh style.
If you're not careful, I'll throw some death cards in there.
Oh no!
Okay. Let's see. That was number 2, right? Number 15. Bubba Bean Butt Buddies. This one. Yes. This one should also be very obvious. I talk about it quite often, but I will go into detail.
Okay.
Which character do you most clearly identify with and why? Listen, Cleo. You just gotta be careful. All you guys gotta do is just to scream about various plot points when they come up. You know, that's all I'm asking. That's all I want. I just want to see you guys like squirm. That's all.
Instead of the algorithm requires engagement, the fox requires engagement.
Yes. Yes. Anyway. So I talk about this often, and it should be fairly obvious, with how often I draw him. But it's Shuya.
Yes.
Shuya is a lot of his internal struggles, like his depression and anxiety are very similar to ones that I deal with. The way he struggles to let himself love and be loved. It's also something that comes from me as well. So there's a lot of his like trauma that's very different from my own, obviously, but it still kind of emulates some of me. He is the closest thing to me in like any media that I've written.
Cool. That also helps with the just general connection of writing the character and the relationships that coincide with them.
Yeah, it's a lot of my writing is like a way for me to work through my own problems. Not that I necessarily resolve them, but you know.
Yeah, no, I completely understand the secret project that I'm working on right now. Each character, while giving them their own personalities, I try to draw at least one thing from myself to attribute to them as well, just to foster a bit of a stronger connection in writing them.
Yeah, I do that with a lot of characters too, but Shuya's got so much of me in him.
Yeah.
Sweet little soft boy, very broken.
Yeah. we love our soft boy.
But yeah, so if you ever wonder, and you know, part of Shuya's color scheme being very similar to my own, is also part of that. He was originally gonna have blue eyes like me, but I decided to do lavender to mix it up.
And lavender was a good choice.
Because, you know, it's also the same colors of Alia in Hysteria, so.
Yes, true.
I use the exact same color scheme.
It's a good protagonist color scheme for sure.
But yeah. I very much like the color. I like building specific color schemes and themes for characters and stuff, and whatnot. Yeah. I very heavily leaned into the red and blue with Yushi and Shuya.
Cool.
I love that color combo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Red and blue characters. And then I made Jinsa more gold because that makes it primary colors.
Mm-hmm. Makes him seem like a bit of an outsider, an interloper.
But it still meshes well.
Oh yeah,
It's
no, absolutely, and that's the
trio.
point.
But yeah. Let's see. What
else we got here?
number four? What's the research process like? Yes. A lot of wiki deep dives. I I'll start on one like subject, as per usual. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Go read on that and some more. So that'll give me like the basic concepts, and like some of the stuff I'll start looking into like other articles of them. Oh, I'll get that in a second there too. That's a good one. But yeah. So I do I'm checking my stuff. But yeah, I dive so hard into various things like that. And I'll go to like various articles if I'm looking for something a little more cultural, because it's usually a lot better than the wikis for that specifically. So I do a lot of Googling. A lot of Google. No AI into Google. No AI into Google. Just the wikis and various articles and stuff.
Yep. Use the search engine to find that good reference material.
And you ever wonder like about a lot of like yokai or Asian creatures? I usually go to yokai.com for that, because there's so much good shit on there. And a lot of like Asian creatures kind of like mesh together, so I do tend to favor heavily on more of the Japanese version of these creatures, but it does often mesh well with some of the other Asian influences that I use for Meihua. Because Meihua is a meld of a lot of different Asian cultures.
Yeah. And variety is the spice of life, so it's good to kind of integrate multiple things, fit your style.
And I research mythologies a lot. So, mythologies and fantasy creatures, I eat that shit up. I know so much from like various different like countries all over. I love that shit. Juicy, tasty.
Says the Gorgon.
Says the yokai witch.
Right.
Let me do the one other question that I have, and then I'll get to your other question. This is the last one I have. So what themes do you find yourself what themes do you find yourself repeatedly exploring in your work? I believe I've talked about this in some of the character videos in the past, when I've done character deep dives. Well, I guess not super deep dives. Character surface dives. Characters in a nutshell. I don't know what to name that series.
Character synopsis.
Yeah, that. So oh, itchy. So one of the most common ones I do in fair trade specifically, I dive into the contrast of the mask versus the true self. Because I try and make those instances very contrasting, very different. Shuya always kind of puts on this like sweet and happy, like kind of face in public, but he's very like sad and depressed all the time. But he tries not to show it a lot, so it's Again,
One second. Hug. Hug.
Yeah, you know
hug.
what I'm about to say, huh? It's very reminiscent of my own issues of doing that. Because I go through a lot of health issues and it causes me a lot of depression. But you guys always see me as a happy, silly little guy. So, that's very much one of those instances where Shuya very much represents me. But yeah. But I also do this with other characters too. For like Jinsa, he comes off as such a like shameless little flirt, and he's like teasing all the time, but he's very like serious when he gets down to it. If you get to his like true self, he cares a lot, but he pretends he doesn't. Except for about Shuya when it comes to Shuya. But like any other like characters that he like like support him in like the Fox's Den, Shija especially lately in the writing, he cares, he do, but and then for Yushi, it's a little more subtle for him, I feel. But he has the role of Emperor, he has the role of Shujing, he has, and then there's just him. Like those domestic fluffy moments with Shuya. So so good. But like those are like the times where he feels more himself. So.
Which is so sweet.
Yeah.
Happy gay laughter.
Yeah. I love their overall dynamic. I really want to do a video talking about the relationship dynamics of the main ships and all that.
Cool.
And how they interact. I'm probably not going to get into that too much for this, in particular, unless you guys really want me to. But I feel my voice starting to wear out a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm getting
and
big.
Getting eepy. So I'll probably go over T's last question, and we will probably wrap up.
I feel like that whole concept would be good to make the whole relationship spider web, and then dive into the relationships.
Because like I've only just started getting into, because the end goal obviously is for Shuya, Yushi, and Jinsa to be a little polycule. But I've only like just started getting into the dynamic between Yushi and Jinsa.
Fair.
Outside of the slight rivalry over the boy.
But what if we both fucked?
Exactly. But yeah, and I'm not shy about this. I never like shy away from the end goal of this. I talk about it all the time. I do art for it all the time. But yeah, the end goal is them three being together.
Let's go.
Spoiler alert, I know. But it definitely starts out as the love triangle, obviously, and they just it's a rivalry to start with.
And develops into something beautiful.
Yes, but get into that another time. So I drew real quick. Okay. So he's got another silly little hypothetical for us.
Yeah, what did the boy submit?
If you categorized your cast in a 5-man band, where would everyone sit?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
What instruments do they prefer?
Very obviously, Shuya is a singer.
Yes.
For obvious reasons. He does that a lot in the story. Sorry, reading Cleo's comment. personally not opposed to that sort of spoiler, because even knowing the end result, I find the road to get there even more important. Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that, and that's kind of a big part of my marketing on TikTok, is because it's like leaning into the end goal, kind of, but not going into
How did we get
detail
there?
about how they got there, or how the dynamic is in the end. So it's the whole thing. I should also turn off this question because we're not addressing it anymore. Yes, so Shuya is definitely a singer. The rest of this is gonna be a little tricky for me to think of.
Oh, party as in RPG, I see.
Oh yes.
But
yes,
also band
yes.
works as well.
Not gonna lie, I have considered doing a video or a stream where we do make them into D&D characters.
That'd be fun.
But yeah. Gosh, now I had to like lean into where I was thinking for those. Sorry, hydrating. The voices really do be going.
Wait.
Yapping too much about my obsession. Okay. So thinking here. It's like a lot of this I've like kind of thought about kind of in sort of reference to especially the upper court, because of like how they go through all kinds of stuff. As Ryuuna is more of a lancer type. He does use spears, pole arms, and all that. And Yuliang, she does bow. Obviously, she's an archer.
Yeah.
And she Yushi's very like strength based, but he does like use swords on occasion. Most of the time though, in the story so far, in all the conflicts, he's been less armed.
Gotcha. Cuffs.
Yeah, he's strong. Strong like a dragon. Dragon is nuts. Anyway, got him.
There it is. We had to get it in somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it. I did earlier mentions of dragons, huh? Thinking of Shuya specifically, though, in like an RPG kind of sense, I kind of have a hard time thinking that. I feel like as far as like a D&D type thing, it would be more of a bard type shit, obviously. Dragon these notes. But I also kind of consider him, not that I've quite gotten to this at all, but I often think of him like in that side of a setting would be more of a magic user, like a fluffy magic boy.
Yeah, that definitely fits.
Yeah. The details of that are kind of vague, but kind of in the original concept. He did have ice magic to some degree. So I'm not gonna get into the OG concept, because I want somebody to guess it first. Because
Gotcha.
the initial concept did stem from a fan fiction, believe it or not. And if somebody ever guesses the material, I will deep dive into the details about that.
Okay, let's see here. Ice. I'm trying to.
I've given plenty of hints of it over the years, but
interesting. Dobby, but ice powers instead of fire powers. I don't know.
No.
Nope.
But yeah. So he'd probably be more of a magic user anyway. Not that I have that much for him now in the current story. Maybe eventually. Yes. But Jinsa especially does more of a magic type shit. He as feral of a foxman as he is, having actively ripped somebody's throat out, he does tend to favor more of a magic type aspect of it. Alright, feeling gas coming. Woo! That's louder than I thought it would be.
Borp.
The big one. I saw the shoulder. Probably should have made another cup of gamer subs instead of soda, but that's fine.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, it's okay. This isn't caffeinated, so
Aha.
I got the caffeinated subs. But yeah, I think that covers the main-ish characters. Are there other characters you guys want to know about for that? So I don't know if I got
the main ones covered there.
Yeah, at least got the main boys. Yeah, I'll do. Like I said, I kind of want to do like do sort of
Character
RPG
creator
kind of
deep
video.
dive.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll get there eventually.
Make them in Soul Calibur and have them duke it out.
God. I don't have that. I cannot.
Just the thought.
I do not
Just
have.
the thought of it is silly after talking about how the lack of combat being a thing.
Well, it's more of a peaceful-ish time frame to start out in the series.
Yeah, it's more about diplomacy and all that, so completely understood.
The like instances of like actual physical violence are very minimal right now. That will change. I'm so sorry.
Another threat has emerged.
It's not even a threat, it's a promise.
Oh my.
I got stuff planned. Anyway. But yeah. Yeah, well, I'll probably do more deep into that. Especially for upper court. Upper court definitely I tend to favor the idea of like making them D&D characters sort of for the sort of the prequels specifically.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd be so silly to do a story like a solo writing session where it's just the outcome is determined by the dice rolls.
That'd be funny.
Do a solo D&D session type shit. That'd be so funny. The shenanigans that could ensue. Well, yeah.
Hydrate. Water.
Yeah, I'm petering out. The
Yeah,
energy is
fumes are fading,
depleting.
but we got a lot.
The
We got a
voice is
lot
fading.
done.
But yes, if anybody ever does guess what the original fan fiction for Fair Trade was, I will talk about it. But another year has gone by, nobody has mentioned it.
It's not Heaven's official blessing?
It's not. It was from before then.
Interesting.
What's the last hint you get?
Okay, well, that's the last time I get. I was about to ask something, but I can't. Denied. All right. Well, that was a good celebration of all your hard work and dedication to this series, Sumi. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you. Doing my
course.
best.
I'm really looking forward to the physical release so I can purchase it and dig into it proper.
Yeah, it's not Heaven's official blessing. It has influenced a lot of my work, but was not the original source of the story.
Not the original inspiration. Interesting.
Yes. Which it's changed quite a bit from the original, but...
Cool. Curiouser and curiouser.
If you squint hard enough, you'll be able to find it.
Huh. Interesting. 1 second here, just I'll take off my glasses. I'll take off my glasses and squint super hard. Look at the fucking book. Book. I'll just put that away preemptively. Oh no, chat's exposed to the Gorgon eyes. Whoop! Put those back on. There we go. That's better.
Gorgon jump scare.
Gorgon jump scare.
What the hell?
Well, it was wonderful being along for this retrospective and discussion of the future of the series.
Yes. And there's always plenty more I could talk about, but I think it will be another time, another place. My voice is tired. You tired?
Yeah, it is time for eeps on both our sides.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to sleep. I'm probably
Thank
going to
you
go play
to
Minecraft.
everyone that joined us in chat and especially submitted questions.
Yes.
Oh, Cleo. Oh, Cleo.
So I very much appreciate everyone who have submitted things. It's been very nice. I appreciate all of you interested in my story at all, period. It motivates me to keep making more. Especially when you talk about it. It's a threat. Remember my threats. Anyway. I love y'all. Thank you so much for loving my work.
We love you too, Sumi.
Yeah. I also keep working on this, obviously. It is my hyperfixation. Even if I'm like briefly distracted with something else, I will very highly likely come back to this because it is constantly in my brain.
Awesome. Your brain doing good work.
Oh, Cleo.
Oh no.
Another EP.
Oh, I'm so fucking EP. I'll just fucking, here we go.
Honk you. Alrighty, chat. We shall wrap it up here today. Thank you again for stopping by and go for reading, all that fun shit. Read more. It is there. It is free. You have no excuse. It is in open dyslexic font on my website now, so your dyslexia is no longer an excuse. It is. But yeah. Another do outros good.
Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, hop on the Arcade Allies Discord where Sumi does updates on fair trade and also just general gaming shenanigans. Get all your updates there, but make sure to like the stream as well if you're looking forward to more stuff from our boy here. But most importantly, y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening because it is late. Get some sleep, drink your water, take your meds.
I did trade. Bye-bye.
Catch you later.